It's the Child Free Thinker, and I'm back at you again with another video. And I just wanted to speak on something real quick because I saw someone. I'm trying to think of who recommended me to her channel, and she hit on a very good topic, and I had to do a follow up on it. But first, I need to speak on where I got this idea from. It's not the original idea, but it's not like I haven't thought about this every day. This came from a very powerful young lady named the Sovereign Woman, and I think someone who referred me to her channel on this channel. I don't think it was Lipstick Succubus or if it was Gaza Girl. I remember your all's names. There's only two of you really do the most um you know commentary. Plus I'm not on here that much, but I think it was either Lipstick Gaza Girl or Lipstick Succubus that sent me or referred me to the Sovereign Woman, and that name stood out a lot for several reasons. But anyway, she had a video speaking on a similar subject. I just put a little bit extra in there about being asexual and my reason why, because her reason was pretty interesting, and I was just agreeing the entire time. So, so the name of this subject is I will never, I have never, even when I was a kid myself. When I was a kid myself, I was like, I'm never having goddamn kids. I don't. No. I just thought it was like the shitty end of the stick to be the gender that's supposed to be able to have them. I just never found any interest at all. So I will never bring black kids into this hell. The Southern woman hit on amazing topics about being baby mamas in this culture, hated from birth. Um, a lot of times, black mothers despise their daughters, and a lot of the genocide, I mean, not genocide, femicide rates are extremely high in this culture. The hatred is real. Plus, neither one of my parents were anything. They were shit. So we pretty much raised ourselves. Um, so the black experience to me is very draining and like being born into hell from clowns, like two clowns that was just humping around and hunking their noses, just thinking I don't know what they thought they were doing. I had read a comment in the Sovereign Woman's commentary section that really made me think to myself, they are so right. For example, there was somebody that said for the slaves, for the black slaves, what would make them keep on having kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they were like, people forced them to do it. Man, I would have jumped off a bridge first. I would have fought back to the death. But how could you get even turned on in poverty? It's just, I'm not in poverty, but I'm just saying, why would a woman let any dude more? I don't understand why you would put anybody in that. You're not passing on anything of substance but disease, bad health, and poverty. Like genetic diseases, psychological issues, because a lot of black people don't address their shit. They just pray to God and all this bullshit. But the most religious culture is the most deadly. I just saw something recently, and in Birmingham, Alabama, and it was about this girl named Mahogany Jackson. She was 20 or 21 years old and murdered by 8 people, and 3 of them were women. The rest were men. They lured her to a place, pretended to be her friends, or so she thought they were, had her set up, and the girls are the ones that lured her there, and beat the girl, stumped the girl, stepped on her head, punched the girl, cracked her skull, caved her face in with their feet. Grown men took time stumping her and the women, and this went on for hours. Then, when she was unconscious, they SA'd the girl, sodomy. And then, on top of that, they burnt her whole body and threw her under a mattress. Black on black. Okay. And this happened to a 20-year-old woman, and she was, single mother. To, the usual cultural things that go on. like baby having them kids crawling and already and shit. It's the usual. But if you don't fit into the stereotypical low bar, subpar standard, it's almost weird to people. So many of us were born into this shit from two dumbasses that fell into the religious bullshit, knew they didn't have any money or anything. And why do the women, I want to know this. I want to know, why do so many black women choose, they don't, why do they choose any type of dude? It's bad enough that you're breeding all over the place and you want a dude to make you laugh. He's usually broke. You usually are just trying to climb out of poverty yourself, and then you get with a dude that only has five nickels when you had three, and then I mean, what is the benefit? And then you take it out on your kids because you realize that you were a dumbass, and now you make them suffer when they didn't ask for you. They would have never. How many black people do you think would have asked to choose the parents that they had? How many? Probably none. Why do you think there are so many? What do you call it? This may be triggering for some people, but stillbirths. For my sisters, they went through that. I was like, no, I'm not doing no kid stuff. For some people, so many black women out here are getting with these dudes, getting knocked up, and the kids are like, hell no, they don't even want to be born. I think something spiritual is going on to tell these women to stop, but they won't stop it. And so they keep pretty much leaving themselves way before they're even born, or they're born and they're like, nah, I can sort of pick up a vibe that I'm going to be a taxpayer for the rest of my life, hate it. And in the culture, especially if it's a black girl, she's doomed. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're born in a culture that has, it's really no culture, especially in the United States. It's nothing. Black History Month is a fucking crock of shit. It's a joke. Um, they take each other out like and throw each other on the side of the road like trash. Just like the girl I was telling you about, the 20-year-old lady that was beaten to death by 8 black people, all of them in their 20s. She was the youngest. What's up, guys? A girl. 8 people stumped this girl, cracked her head open. You know, then they shot. Did they shoot her? Yeah, they shot her after stumping and cracking her head in, right? Because they claimed that she was setting people up when really it was the girl. It's like she was trying to play it off and blame it on her, the other girl, to take the attention off of her because they were gang affiliated or something, the people she was hanging around. So she had a bad choice of friends, okay? The friends that a lot of black people in the United States make are very similar to their dysfunctional ass families led by, grandmothers and these mothers that took on more than they can chew, and then they keep choosing the same type of dudes. They won't stop. Like this culture is like they're scared to stop reproducing. Stop it. They get offended. Stop. You're not a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? You're passing down dumb shit like religion. You're not passing down anything. Yeah. No, not the Shanquilla Robinson. What's up, guys? That is very similar to what happened to Shanquilla and Kanika. Okay. This girl name was Mahogany Jackson. And what happened to her was beyond sickening. It's a lot of demons being born into this culture from this culture because they're laying down with anything. And at this point, they're not producing anything of quality for real. You get what I'm saying? It's just dangerous because that girl was lured to an apartment from other women. Okay, there were 3 women involved, and the rest of them were all men. Okay, so three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think the rest of the men were five men, 3 women. Okay, killed that girl. Okay, so the women lured her. Um, the women told her that they're going to have some type of get together or something like a sleepover or something, and she was excited. I think she had a little bit of money, 1,000 or something. Black people get excited over a little bit of money. It seems like nothing to other people because they never really had it like that because their parents birthed them into shit. They don't have anything. They keep telling them to go to God. Go to God for what, bitch? You wouldn't have to teach a person about God if you wouldn't have brought him into it. And obviously God didn't do anything for them. Why are they in poverty? Why you keep breeding? You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you breeding? Then they get mad. You hate your culture. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm not contributing. The same thing that the Southern woman said. She's not contributing. I'm not contributing to it. Let somebody else do it. I'm not doing this shit. And I agreed when she said, nobody's going to remember half of these people that think they're leaving legacies. I was talking about legacy and lineage a while back, if you all remember. Okay. Of all people, this culture swears they're leaving legacies, but it's legacies of poverty, poverty, impoverishment, legacies of disease, you know, illnesses, praying shit away that you're not going to pray away. They act like they're not in modern day society where they would go and get the help they need. They don't invest in their kids either the way that they should. My mom, that bitch, she didn't invest in me or my siblings. Okay, she thought she going to the nursing home. You know what I'm saying? She going to the nursing home, period. Like she tried us. She going to the nursing home. They were saying that that's a white, other like a European thing. No, it ain't. She going to the nursing home. She spent all her money on trips, stole our money and all this type of shit. Got with a loser. She's a damn loser. None of the women in her family line could choose dudes, right? They just keep choosing low lives, but then they're low lives. You get what I'm saying? And anybody who wants to escape that matrix, they get a problem with it. They get upset for women like myself that will never have them. Okay? Ever. I'm asexual and I'm still going to have my shit removed. And I'm asexual. That lets you know, no, you know, it's ridiculous, man. And I'm just happy that I'm not one of those people that's bringing people into this shit. How could you claim you love someone and I guess they think that their kid's going to stay that age forever? They have to have their own life. And they're not going to be sent up underneath their fucking parents their whole lives. They have their own life. They have them for retirement checks. They have them for somebody to take care of their dumb ass. It's like, especially in the black culture, it's like these women are incapable of getting their own partners. They leech off of their kids and claim that their kids owe them. They owe you what? You the one that effed. You're the one that effed. They didn't F to make you. You F to make them. They don't owe you shit. If you were right, they would do nice things for you. But they are not obligated to do anything for you. Okay. They're not passing down houses. They're not passing down real businesses that's actually worth something. I'm not talking about fucking eyelashes. Nobody needs the eyelashes or some type of selling shades and shit. This is the type of businesses, little what they call the pop-up boutiques. That shit is not going to do anything. You get what I'm saying? Like some people that have like access to oil, they're normally rich, so they pass that down generationally. What are they really passing down in this culture besides debt? In Jesus, what of benefit are they really passing down? What are they passing down that could actually benefit the next generation? I'm just wanting to know. And they get upset, like they get offended. I don't care if they get offended. Majority of these women they like dudes to make them laugh. They go for the lowest of the low. They don't know the person barely. They get in, they pop up knocked up. They ain't claim it takes two to tango. You knocked up in about 2 weeks of knowing someone because they made you laugh. You got to live outside on a sidewalk with your 30 kids because you keep falling for the same stupid lie. And black women know they can't go back to where they from because the women have to grow up quicker. So why would you add more burdens on top of that? Why? And then take it out on the kids. If you know, and this is where we get to our generation, we already knew this shit. Okay. And they were mad because they felt like they had to do it. No, you chose to do it. You let other people control you and your vagina and your balls like an idiot. Nobody controls you. They can't live through you. They can't tell you how to live your life. You go do what you want to do. Everybody don't want the same things. Everybody don't want to be living in poverty, stuck with someone that can't do shit for them, acting and pretending like they like them. simply so that one person can rub their 10 pennies together and the other person may have a fucking 12 cents versus the other one with 10 cents, which still ain't shit. Everybody wants to be rappers and these damn celebrities because, they're trying to make it out of these impoverished ass areas. It's dangerous. Look her up. Her name is Mahogany Jackson. She's one of many. There's so many black women out here getting killed, you know, and they keep doing this shit and they getting younger and younger. Their baby daddies are caving their heads in. They keep running back until they get taken out. Then they take their kids out too. Okay. Then the kids are left orphaned. If they go to what do you call it, CPS, they're gonna stay in there until they're gonna age out. They don't want the black kids, and them people do not want them. They do not adopt them at all. So they stay in there and they age out, and then they end up on the streets selling their bodies, dancing, or getting in trouble, going straight to jail. Or they may just be one of those success stories. But it normally happens a lot for the black kids. They normally just sit up in there. If their parents are like drug addicts and, you know, they don't have many family members, they will stay up in those like an orphanage type thing. I think they age out at like 20, 21. I don't know when they age out because people don't see this culture as someone to invest in, including this culture. They invest in these stupid ass preachers, these old ass black women that's been sitting their stupid asses up there in these stupid ass churches with their goofy asses all these years, paying a preacher to lie to their dumb asses while they keep bringing and sacrificing their kids into poverty while your preacher is the richest person in their impoverished neighborhood. And any of their daughters, especially the daughters that says, I don't want to live like that, I want to live my life, they get mad. It's almost as if they want to see them struggle and suffer too. And some of them, like my mom, that bitch, she said, y'all need to suffer. I don't even talk to the bitch, but the last time I had to check her, put her in her place real quick, and told her, like, out of all your daughters, you would never want to try me. And you knew that. That's why you sent me to Job Corps because you knew it was coming. I don't fear you. Okay? I don't fear you. You're not doing nothing to me. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like she know that. So you can cut all that out. Age, all that stuff that they used to control other generations about somebody being older and breathing longer than someone else. You're not controlling shit out here with these generations because that ain't gonna do nothing. You want respect, you give it. You don't pop up and tell anybody how to do anything. You don't hover over anybody because of your age when you were fucking up in your own life and making dumb choice after dumb choice because you were living for other people. And now you want a lot of us to live for you and it gonna happen. You think that you can treat your kids like shit, birth them into an infamous hell by a low life while you aren't too you're a low life goddamn self while you pretend to be so cute only because you have looks and then you let your looks fade. Then you want to crawl back to your kids and think that they owe you something when you spent majority of your fucking life in church sucking the balls of these goddamn pimping ass pastors and why they make money off of you like a pimp does their hoe. And then you have crumbs for your kids when you sat up there and you invested in preachers, but your kids got to take out fucking loans for colleges. You goofball. Then you throw up in your face that you put clothes on their fucking backs and food in their stomachs like they're your dog Fido eating out of a dog bowl. And I have respect for animals. Why are you reminding your kids that you fed them when you effed to get them? I fed you. I fed you. I, I fed you. Like, what the fuck? You lucky kids aren't hurting you. That's why some of these kids out here going buck wild. They wonder why. And me and my sister used to wonder, why the fuck did you have us? Why did you choose him? Why did he choose you? Why did any other women in your family have kids? Why weren't y'all bold like me? Well, back, I don't give a fuck if it was bad back in those days. They just would have had to hate me. And black women are still doing this, and black men are still doing it. It's like they're on autopilot, just breeding out of control. And then when they have more kids, they can more. They have to look at people that's not related to them, aunts in the family or the uncles in the family that chose to be child free. Like we're gonna drop every fucking thing we do to take care of your stuff. No, we said no, and they don't like that we're from a generation that says fucking no. Okay, or they go looking around at other people and getting an attitude with people who are single claiming that they don't know what real struggle is, you goofy motherfucker. Do you know how much taxes they take out of our check to take care of your little, I'm not gonna go there, to take care of your fucking kids because you kept effing and you couldn't afford to take care of the motherfuckers, and so they take a huge chunk out of the child free people's check to try to get back at us because they can't make slaves out of our offspring because we're not having the motherfuckers. So they get mad. So I guess they figured this is for the kids you did not have. So we're gonna take your money like we take a child support for you to take care of another bitch offspring. You got me fucked up. Tyrone out here flipping making $2 an hour and running back and forth to jail with his damn shit hanging out, knocking down everything in sight by these goddamn low self-esteem women that refuse to check themselves and like themselves. And he won't pay it. He barely pays $5 a month for 30 kids on child support. And they got the nerve to dig into our motherfucking taxes. No, you got me fucked up, bitch. You got me fucked up. Them and Tyrone got me fucked up. Okay. And they send up here stunting and stuff. They take, how much money they take from us that know that we have to set aside a plan for ourselves because we don't have the intentions. I don't want to be married. I don't want to bitch in my face because I don't want to bitch you're not telling me anything to do. If you say I'm masculine, I'll be that. But one thing I'm not going to do is compromise with my own shit that I paid for from the ground up, from the giddy up, meaning that I got this from the mud. Nobody helped me get shit. Not nothing. Not one red penny. My parents didn't do shit. They didn't even take us to the dentist. They didn't invest anything in us. We had to pay for this shit ourselves when we got grown. They didn't. They got to save money because they didn't give a fuck. We lived everywhere. They just effed. And now they're effed. They're going to send home. I don't know. Yo, they going to the fucking nursing home because you got me fucked up. You think you're gonna beat the shit out of your kids, talk to them like they ain't shit, try to put them down their whole life until they get the hell out of your house that you put them out of because you couldn't make no money off of them no more. They stay the fuck away from you and go out into the world and figure things out on their own. You think you're gonna bring your slow aging ass over to your kids and they supposed to feel sorry and be looking for a mommy and a daddy? We grown as fuck, bitch. We grown. I'm gonna talk to you like a grown ass woman. I don't know you. See, a lot of these black kids don't even know their parents. Their parents don't even know their kids. Okay. Because I had to check my mom a while back. I said, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Watch your mouth. Okay, she tried to say, I went in labor, you F. Okay. Okay. Watch your mouth. And she kept trying to, girl, watch your mouth. And once I called her girl, watch your motherfucking mouth. Because it was your kids taking care of your kids. Watch your fucking mouth, baby. Because you want to thumb some, you don't never want, she know my hands. See, I'm a whole nother generation. Ask this generation. Ask about this generation and see if they scared of somebody because they older. You be not talk nice to me. Talk nice to me. Talk real to me and be straight up. That's what I do like about this generation. They say that they're the wildest. They're not the wildest. They're a reflection of the ones before them. That they just didn't get caught on camera. That's all. These kids caught on video. The shit that they did swept under rugs and hid behind churches. They worse. They're worse. Okay? These kids, the ones after my generation. Okay? I'm Y. I'm Generation Y. They're Generation Z. Generation Y was asking why. They didn't like the fact that we were asking why. Generation Z said, Zia, bitch. But boomers, they about to go kaboom. They out here. Okay? And they trying to cling on to people who they didn't understand like shit. Okay? Want to use us as a backup, and I think we're gonna throw aside whatever left of our life to take care of them. Bitch, you can take care of us ourselves. And they get mad. Gen Z, I can get mad at Gen Z. I feel bad for Gen Z. They right after us. I feel really bad for them because they were raised by TV And so they got creative. They came up with cloud rappers. These are the YouTubers. These are the ones that was like, fuck all that. I'm not retiring at 90 and having 1 day left to live after I done slaved 1,000 years and I get 1 day left and then you clock out. I retired. Yay. All right. Throw you a home going party because that's exactly where you're going. You're going home. All right. It ain't funny. You did it. Thank you for making another company rich, bitch. Well, we're going to give you a care going package. You're going to need it. Well, you're going to need some space shoes on your trip home, outer space. For that 1 day that you have left on the earth after you slaved away on a company that didn't give a fuck about you, but was very happy that you helped make them rich. Therefore, they don't have to slave the way that they were hoping that some people out here would breed to make more slaves to keep their companies rich so they can flick a nickel in your forehead to slap the shit out of you and kick you out the door and make promises of giving you a raise and maybe even letting you get up to where the big wigs are. They might let you lick their toes. What's this? Next thing you know, 20 years in the company. Now you're old as fuck. What's this? Now you're bragging and telling people what a good slave master you have. I mean, what a good boss you have. And you bragging, I got a job. All y'all other suckers, y'all bitches need to get like me. Get a master. I mean, get a job. See? Y'all ain't like me. I spent 20 years in this motherfucker. What's the difference between me and somebody doing 20 years in prison? They give me what they think I deserve. And when they done with me, I may have a week left because I'll be so motherfucking old. I just stopped counting my age at a certain point. I be so motherfucking old. I don't even know up from now. I just be so happy to tell people I had a job. And by the time they get done effing me over with all them goddamn taxes, I feel like a hoe myself. Goddamn. Did I just get pimped? Goddamn. Is my manager my pimp? Am I a hoe? Goddamn, am I really standing on the corner every Sunday? God damn it. When I clock in, do I really have my thighs out with my thumb up saying, looking for lucky, sucky, sucky? That's what it feels like. God damn. Every time you clock in, it feels like you're saying, sucky, sucky, lovey, lovey, rubby, rubby. Shit. You slave away 8 hours or more of your life. And goddamn, it make you, the women on the corner be laughing at you. You the real hoe. They be like, the women be like, I may use my body, but they use your body. They break your body down and take your money. At least we keep some of ours. We choose to get pimps. You apply for your pimp. Ooh, shit. It hit me the other day. I took my hand, y'all almost slapped shit out myself in my own chair. I forgot that was, I said, oh shit, that's me. I ain't gonna slap me. I said, God damn it. Am I the hoe? Is my boss the pimp? Goddamn. Am I a part of the stable in corporate America tolerating dumb shit? You know, when they say the hoes, I'm not calling them hoes, but we're talking about, they say they have the pimp and the pimp hold their money just in case, I'ma save your money. Now you give me that money, I'ma put it away and get you what I like you to have, like nice shoes, get your hair done, get your nails done, so you get your ass back on that corner. And the maximum I want you to bring me every night gotta be at least 1,500. Minimum 900 and let you slip. Now, you don't need to be spending that money. Daddy gonna help you save your money. And I'm gonna buy you all the nice outfits that I think you look good in to get your ass back on that corner and make me some more money. I'm gonna slap your ass around like it ain't funny. Right? Well, that's pimping, right? What's the difference between 9 to 5s and pimping and hoeing? And then the parents at birthday here, and here go the women. I'm expecting, expect, bitch. I'm sorry, excuse me. You doing what? Expecting what? Especially our culture. What do you, let me guess. Let me guess. It's gonna be different. Let me guess. Let me guess. Oh my God. It's different. It's gonna be so different. A different story. Right? So you give birth and the pimp standing right there. Oh yes. Oh, this is gonna be, we're gonna really use this one. We go ahead and take their feet prints and their fingerprints. You can name them. That's the most you can do. Give them a name. Whatever. Yeah, they're gonna be a number anyway. All right. We get their feet print. Later on, if they get in trouble, we'll be fingerprinting them in jail. But anyway, those hands are going to be used to build our world. And when we're done, we might just flick a couple nickels at them. But anyway, let's see. What's the new product? What new stable do I have? And I need you to teach your kids how to get out there in that corner and make me some money and bring it and put it in my hand. I might let them keep a little something, but don't get out of control. Okay. So are these people? Because I mean, if you claim you're leaving a legacy, but it's almost like you raising people to suffer. You giving corporate America hoes. Now I'm not saying we hoes. No, no, I'm not a hoe. But what's the difference between a hoe on a corner, okay, and a hoe on a 9 to 5? And I'm not a hoe, and I know you're not a hoe. But damn, like it's some pimping and hoeing going on, and people brag about their pimps out here in corporate America. They brag. They tell people, look, shit, I got a corporate. I'm a corporate hoe. I'm a warehouse hoe. Well, I'm actually a stockbroker hoe. You guys are beneath me. All right. I make this much an hour. Okay. And I get overtime. So I'm the bottom bitch. That's what that sounds like. You know what a bottom bitch is? Listen to the song by Doja Cat and Rico Nasty. Ooh, that's my bitch. She's my old. That's the And don't forget my bottom bitch. She don't cause no problems. See, that's what they want you to do. Come in, make us. I mean, make me. I mean, make some money. Okay, we could take a huge chunk of that shit just for letting you, cause I let you come and be a part of my stable. Out of all the people out here that wanted to come and work for me, I chose you. Okay. Oh man, this is horrible. They're birthing slaves. They're birthing slaves. Slavery just changed in different ways. You may not be picking cotton. You may not have a person whipping you in the ass, with a whip. But Black America is going under because this culture doesn't seem to have any fucking power. And that's why everybody keeps breeding. The only power that you truly have is not breeding. Because you can actually sit to make your own fucking decisions. And even though you still have to make your money like everybody else to survive in this world, you are more responsible than those who keep on breeding, knowing motherfucking well they can't give them anything else but Jesus and a motherfucking Bible that they run to when they can't figure out answers. And then try to make sense of the shit. Well, see, God did. Well, sounds stupid. God knew you before you came here. And And the most philosophical people in the world are this is the same culture. They don't have all this philosophy when they're taking each other out every day. They don't have all this philosophy when they're choosing the wrong partners and being baby mamas and baby daddies and leaving absolutely not even a penny left for their kids. But they be such philosophers when it come down to trying to give answers that they don't even understand. So they run to Jeebus again. But God already thought God made this happen. God wanted you to learn. Shut the fuck up. God didn't tell you to lean back in that bed. God didn't tell him to the window, to the wall, to the sweat run down these balls. Now all these just crawl. Now skeet skeet motherfucker. No skeet skeet goddamn. God was not in the background saying da do da do da do da do da do 669. Damn, she fine. Give it to me, suck it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low. The guy went in the background saying that and getting low. Was saying with his Jesus shoes on, with his feet hanging out the side. To the the fuck? Do they know how they sound? Like you in there, you getting your freak on and shit. And you're not even thinking you having all these kids and Jesus in the background and God in the background too. Hey, hey, hey. I knew you before you were born because I was right there. Like this shit sounds so gross. What the fuck? And the more they try to make sense of it, the angrier I get, man. They not stupid. God knew you before he put you in the womb. Now we don't have no other philosophies to tell you. So we gonna say the same dumb shit somebody told us. And we knew that shit was stupid when we heard it. But we just excused ourselves and say nobody will ever know. And so we told the same shit to you all. Oh shit. But Gen Y and Gen Z, y'all kicking us in the ass. You telling us how stupid we sound. We don't like this. Y'all ungrateful sons of just how dare you question us for making these dumbass choices? How dare you make us see the error of our ways? You were supposed to be followers, following in our footsteps and making the same goofy motherfucking choices. You were supposed to be listening to the whole world tell you how to live your life and then become resentful of it. God damn it. Ah, oh gosh. Who gonna fill up these churches now? Ah, oh no. Who gonna fill up these churches? Because you know ain't no marriages, it's all funerals. Ah, goddamn. He gonna resurrect us. He gonna come back in the resurrection. Ah, we all gonna float up to the sky. The only hope we could have is the pie in the sky, because we keep effing and bringing y'all to hell. God, Abi, Abi says having kids makes you vulnerable to the system. Why am I talking like that? I just blew all that shit in. Excuse me. Let me say the word. Listen. Let me pronounce the word. Sorry. I was lazy as hell. Having kids makes you vulnerable to the system. I left jobs on the spot because I was being treated like trash. I would have been stuck had I had kids to feed. Man, I know that's right. I'm telling you, you sound like Gen Z or Gen Y too. We don't play that shit. YZ, neither one of us play shit. Them baby boomers, they be like, I stayed in the sun. They spit in my face. They could beat me too. I'm black and blue. They told me I went shit. And I said, sir, now what you know? Why you doing this? Now give me them 2 pennies. Let the fuck out of here, bro. Shit. Not us. Not us. Well, I'm finna go home and have some more kids. I've been disrespected at work, barely bringing in money, but I'm finna go if unprotected too. And the Lord gonna make and the Lord's gonna go away. They be sounding, oh, they get on my fucking nerves. A church full of people crying out to God, praying for miracles. The what? Yeah, they tried to feed us this shit. Gen Y, some people from Generation Y was falling for that shit. It was different now. But I'm from Generation Y. Okay. I'm right before Gen Z. I was ahead of the game then. I said I wasn't having kids when I was a kid. So they ain't like that shit. I said I want to be married. I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids. Fuck that. Okay. So when I see Gen Z saying it, I be wanting to high five all y'all. Hell yeah. I'm all for Gen Z. Gen Z, I'm right before you. And neither one of us putting up with this bullshit. Let somebody else do it. Create your own communities. Be on the same, have similar mindsets. Find people in the same mentality as you. Learn as much as you can to be self-sufficient with people who want the same mindset that want to grow. Anybody who doesn't want you to be successful, fuck them. If something does not benefit you, cut that shit off. Well, I'm the same way. You do not have to stay stuck in no goddamn company that disrespect you. They treat you like a bitch. Learn everything you can to do your own thing. Period. I'm all for Gen Z. Period. Y'all no different, and don't let nobody guilt trip y'all for this bullshit. Telling y'all that y'all wow, shit, Gen Y, we wild too. We wild with our mouths. You can't talk to us any type of way. We right before you, Gen Z. I'm right before you, and my mouth is no joke when it come down to put people in their fucking place. Yo, I'm gonna tell you one. I'm just gonna tell you. When I was 19, I, I'm not telling y'all to do this shit, but I'm just gonna tell you what happened with me. Okay, there was somebody that tried to get me a job at Wendy's. And I knew damn well that wasn't gonna be good for me. And she tried to have me doing all the heavy shit to try to, because I was, cute and everything. And she tried to make a joke, a fool out of me, and have me scrubbing and mopping and shit. Had everybody else at the register. So I told her, come here, I missed it. Come here, I want you to show me how to clean. Well, y'all, Gen Z, different than Gen Y. Let me tell you why. Here's why. Since I'm from Generation Y, and we love to ask why. Let me tell you why I did what I did. I picked up the mop bucket with that moppy ass water that she had me mopping, and she kept on trying to make jokes, and I dumped it on her. Took my fucking check. That's worse than Gen Z. I'll never forget that shit. Now that was horrible, and that's as angry as I ever got. Okay, because she was just like scrub. I was like, what? I said, this man should be this one more time, bro. I'm trying to do everything I can. I'm here earlier than everybody, and you just keeping me cleaning the whole time. You got me cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the lobby, scrubbing everything. You sitting up there smiling and giggling because I'm cute or whatever, and you want to try to make an example out of me. You know I'm good with the cash. That's when I was younger though. No, I wasn't 19. What the fuck am I talking? I was like 18. My bad. So before I knew it, I told her the mop water was real dirty, moppy and brown and gray. I was tired as hell. She kept on having me mop over and over and over and over and over and over, right? And she had me doing this several days too, for no reason, just because she was trying to make a fucking fool out of me. So one day, I told her, "Hey, come here," Uh, I think I said something like, "I don't know if I'm knowing how to clean this right. Can you teach me?" Or something like that. She came over there. Let me. She was running her mouth. So that yellow mop bucket they have in the movies and stuff. Now mop water was all the way. I don't know how the hell I picked that whole mop bucket up. I don't know how the hell I did. It was heavy, and I know it's wrong, y'all. And I don't tell anybody else to do it, but I'm letting you know, y'all aren't wilder than the generation before you. We not wilder than the ones before us. They just lying. I'm just honest. I picked that goddamn mop bucket up, the dirty mop water, and I know I got it over her head. I don't, because I was shorter than her. Right? And somehow the dirty water ended up there and across the room, got my check from the back and bounced. Fuck. Got me messed up. I would never recommend anybody do that, but I'm saying we don't play that. And she was from some generations before me. She was one of them old nasty motherfuckers that was just hating on younger people and being nasty. Well, she felt stupid with all that mop water drenching down her wig, with her wig linked to the side, and her Wendy's outfit all drenched. And she felt even dumber when I got my check from the back and was looking at her from the window that I had cleaned earlier with my middle finger up. I got my money though. That's when I was younger though. So y'all not worse than us. Moon Angel says it puts you in deep survival mode. That's what they want. They want to put you in a sense of urgency and chaos, desperation, like slavery. They want to be able to, excuse me, they want to be able to snap their fingers and you jump. Have you on edge, think that you can't go anywhere else, right? And that's what happens to people who allow the system to tell them how to live, how to walk, how to talk, when to breed, who to breed with, what time to breed. This is why they crank it down on women more than anything. I fixed their ass. I put an appointment in myself. I'm an asexual, bro. I'm asexual, and I'm still getting my shit removed. You got me fucked up. What the hell? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn about that. I don't feel any type of way. I never had no biological clock. I must have stumped that shit out when I was a kid. I must have stumped it out like, no. I never had a desire having that. I don't know. If I want to see myself out, look at my pictures when I'm younger. I'm not about to be under nobody telling me what to do. And no, I don't want to meet nobody goddamn mama. I ain't even want to deal with my own mama. We think I want to meet. I don't give a fuck. That is not important. Same thing some of these dudes probably think. That's not a prize. Meeting them, what that's gonna do to your people? What's that? We a whole new generation. That used to be something back in the day when somebody make them feel like they winning a prize. You get to meet my mother. I might introduce you to my family. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to meet them. I barely deal with my own. What the hell is this supposed to be? What the hell? Well, I'll tell you what you get to. Well, we're gonna become wealthy. We're gonna have things too. What are we doing here? No, no, none of that. We're gonna be impoverished, and you get to meet my people, and we get to struggle together. And then we get to go. We get to watch, rinse, repeat. We get to go to church, pray. Those prayers ain't going no fucking where. And what the fuck? It's the same shit every generation. Then people were praying, please, please. It ain't funny. It ain't praying. It ain't funny. I'm sorry. They were begging. Like, why the fuck? Why do black people always have to beg the hardest? Please, please. They teach their kids to start begging, right? Get down on your knees. God can't hear you standing up. Get your ass up. Get on it. Get down, beg. Beg. They teach their kids. Close your eyes. So they do. You can't see what. Why you gotta close? You think? Okay, let me ask you something. I've been running since I was a kid. I never got into it. I've never been with religious stuff. When you have to, but I went into that. I've always been a spiritually connected person in other ways, other realms. But I was always wondering, if you don't know someone, you ever met them, somebody introduced you to someone that's not even the physical body but the spirit. They telling you they're drinking blood and eating flesh every Sunday, and you be watching vampire movies two and two. I was always an inquisitive young person, and I was thinking about vampires and how they be drinking blood and shit, and how they be immortal. And then they talking about eat flesh, drink blood, uh, uh, and you can live forever. And I'm like, well, goddamn, what's going on here, right? And then they tell you to close your eyes. You can't even see what you're looking at. Somebody else introducing you to someone, and you didn't know who this person was that someone else put you on. And obviously, they do that for them. That's how you got here. Oh, and by the way, they didn't pray to get you here because it just happened. It just happened. Oh my gosh. That's another story. So you're supposed to be closing your eyes. You don't know what the hell is going on. You're drinking blood. You're eating flesh. In there with everybody else. And that's supposed to cover yourself in the blood. It became weird. And none of I doing all this shit, and culture is the worst. This culture is the worst. And you one minute they say that Jesus was born in December in a manger. Then they say that the Passover is in April. They be forgetting, right? Um, I never believed in the Santa Claus shit, you know. But when you a kid, they got you doing all this stuff like drinking blood, eating flesh. the wafers and the wine or the Welch's juice. Or that person can even get very cold. They had already gave birth again to somebody else who has to suffer and claw themselves out of it because nobody's really able to do anything to get them anywhere. The easiest thing for them to do is if, and after that, you're effed up and you're on your own. It's weird. You said I'm Gen Z. Abby says I'm Gen Z, and you're right about the not taking crap from older people. Age doesn't equate to wisdom. Look, if let me tell you, put it like this: in your soul, you know when somebody's meaning you well. Because some people can use age to try to manipulate you to do stuff just because of their age, or some of them could be resentful that you have opportunities they don't have, and to try to lead your ass off a cliff. I've seen this shit happen several times. Okay, you have to use your own, judgment when you know when somebody meaning you well. It's the way that they do it. If they come to you like they think that they own you because they older, you got to put them in their place. Like, hold up, baby. Okay, hold up, Moses. Hold up, Moses. Abraham, hold up. Sit your ass down because I don't know. First of all, I don't know you. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't know you. Okay, slow down, relax, sit down. Okay, stop huffing and puffing. Stop huffing and puffing. Straighten your back up. Because who the hell you talking to? You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You think you know me because you're older and you think you know everything. I'm not saying that you don't know things because you've been living a while, but I'm just saying you don't know me. You talk nice to me, I talk nice to you. You have respect for me, I have respect for you. But don't think you're finna run somebody you don't know. That's not okay. A lot of this shit is stopping in this world. And people are having to understand that everybody is their own person. And this world is still trying to cling. Presidents in the White House are old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to um implement shit like it's from the goddamn Old Testament. Okay, they trying to run the world like it's the Old Testament and the Bible. And they like withering out of here, and they want to put things in place to make it more difficult for other generations. They go and kicking and screaming because they clinging on to this world, and they want some of the opportunities that some of these generations have. Okay, they want to get that system back where they had control, where women were having 10 kids, a woman 13 kids, keeping her down and stressed the hell out, to where she couldn't go anywhere. She couldn't even get anything or buy anything or get a home on her own unless she was married. And she was so boggled down by kids that she had no energy at the end of the day. And that was okay. They made these women think that they were being Mary Magdalene and their son or their was going to be Jesus. That's why so many women wanted sons than daughters because they were hoping that their son was going to be Jesus. These women were it was just weird back in the day. To the Philippines, the birth rate is going down and people are getting desperate to make more of us make more people, and they know that we're too smart for that shit. Okay, we're not caring who we offend. We're not caring if you walk away from our life. We don't give a fuck. We're not going to be the people that you could live through vicariously trying to live your life through us. And they are upset at that shit because they let somebody do it to them. That's what's wrong with them. They let somebody do it to them, whether it be their parents, whether it be society, whether it be their culture, whether it be religion, the church. They let other people live through them and tell them what to do, and they resented it. Okay, and we not having that shit. Y or Z at all. The boomers is like, oh, I do it because I got to do it. You don't ask any questions. When somebody tell you to do something, you just do it. You don't ask any questions. And then they go quoting scriptures again out of the Bible. God says, don't ask questions. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Your own Bible that you love to quote from. I think you're misinterpreting. Doesn't it tell you to ask and seek and you'll find? Knock on the door. They always ignore that part. They honor your mother and father, but then it tell you not to piss off your children too and don't lead them the wrong way. They don't want to say that. They just want to be able to have control, but they never had control in their own life. So the only thing they can do is breed so that they can have something to control and feel like they contributed to this world. Because otherwise, they feel like they contributed nothing. And the only way that they can feel like they contributed is by breeding every few months, every 9 months. So people can say, "Oh, they're grown now." Somehow people think that makes them grown. That's a responsibility that you chose to have. But in this life, you will have responsibilities, and it doesn't have anything to do with you pulling your fucking pants down. You will pay the light bill. You will pay your mortgage or your rent. You will pay for your car, either cash up or monthly payments. You will pay the electric bill and the water bill. You will need to furnish your place at least. You will need to put food in your own motherfucking stomach and clothes on your own fucking back. You don't have to have a kid to tell them that you put clothes in their on their back and food in their stomach like a bitch. You have to do that for yourself as long as you in this world. It's not free to live. Even funerals aren't free. Even the fucking casket ain't free. Even to burn your ass if you decide to be cremated ain't free. And this is why they keep effing. The only person getting rich off this shit is preachers and all the goofies that go up in there paying. And they teach the young ones, make sure you pay them for lying to you. Now they won't be paying you anything, but you pay them. You need the middleman. You don't need a middleman for shit. I don't want to go up in there and hear nobody telling me, do you want to be swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed? Shut up, man. Well, they hear that shit while you sitting there wearing a damn dress down to your goddamn ankles. Have you ever been swallowed? I know some. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. I'm not gonna even go there. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. Ivy said, if I had $1 for each time I had to go off on some older person at a job, I'd be rich enough not to work at all. They want respect, but don't realize it's earning sure is. You being old, man, they didn't met they match with ours. And I'm not telling people to be like just rude. What I am saying is don't let nobody take advantage. You don't let nobody think they gonna run you. You didn't you some of the young people that have been through some shit, myself included at one point. I'm older than the younger ones, and y'all just got here. But don't let nobody chump you and make you feel like you don't have a fucking experience. You haven't been through shit. Cause see, a lot of y'all probably had to figure shit out on your own. Some of y'all either could have had parents to try to make you codependent so you didn't know something so that you didn't know how to live on your own so they can control you. Or you didn't have any of them at all to where you had to learn everything on your own and went through some shit at young ages. Okay. Some of y'all probably was trying to hurry up and get the fuck away and get on your own and do your own thing. Somebody could tell you what to do. And got real creative and start making your own dough somehow. Okay. Some of y'all, you have older people that get jealous when you try to come up with creative ways to make money because they want you to do it the traditional way. I'm not traditional. Some of y'all aren't traditional. You're creating whatever works best for you and tailoring it to your life. You're creating a life that is comfortable for you, and other people aren't happy with it. Fuck them. Do you. Long as you ain't hurt nobody, robbing nobody, taking nobody out, shit, they can kiss your ass. You just hurt egos. They feelings, if they get hurt, they supposed to get hurt. If you live in your life and minding your business and somebody else gets their feelings hurt when they should have their head turned minding their own business, that's their own fault. You haven't done anything to them but try to figure out a life that works good for you. And you are smart to say, I don't want to do that shit that way. It's got to be another way. So we're the smart ones. We're like, nah, fuck that. If they say we selfish, okay, cool. If they say we selfish, how you gonna tell somebody they selfish with their own coochie and with their own balls? If it's a dude and that's his balls, if it's a woman and that's her coochie, they selfish for what? Not effing? And what purpose and how does it benefit somebody else? What somebody else do with their cooch and their balls? Because they're not giving birth to another slave? Somebody could pimp them like a hoe? Set them up for a pimp? A corporate pimp? Was that it? Gone on with that bullshit. You know? You said it's their condescending attitudes. They are out of line. It's true. Hold that in your mind, Gen Z, because I always held it in mind as why. And no matter how old I get, I never, when it come down to demanding motherfucking respect, no, no. I'm a straight up person and I like straight up people. You can come to me and tell me straight up what it is. Okay. Okay. We're similar in our generations. The ones before us, some of them had some rebels in their generations too. Can you imagine, man? Could you imagine somebody like Oprah? And I know people hate Oprah. I don't. They don't. Can you imagine what the hell she went through? Can you imagine that shit? Somebody that's telling people, no, I want to be a talk show host. I want to have nice things in life. I don't want to be married. I don't want to have kids. I just want to be able to live my life. I don't want to live in poverty. She was from Mississippi or something like that, where every woman was already knocked up by the time they were 13 years old, already on their fourth kid by the time they were 20. And they told her to get used to it, get over there and hang them clothes. You're gonna be doing this for the rest of your life. So find some dude, settle down, and be real and get a real job. She told them, "Nah, I'm leaving today. I'm not hanging no clothes. You can hang these clothes. This ain't the life for me." and I am going to do it. Oprah was not about to tolerate that bullshit. That's why people hated her in the South. She's from the South of all places. Do you know what generation Oprah's from? And she's black. And she got money. You get what I'm saying? That was a no-no. She was supposed to be treated like shit. She was supposed to be letting other women live vicariously through her. She was supposed to be in church every Sunday, paying the preacher to lie to her, with 10 kids on the period, with 10 kids sitting right next to her, teaching them that bullshit, especially the daughters, while letting the sons fall asleep. That's why people hate Oprah. And she still has money. She could do whatever the fuck she wants with it. That's her money. You don't tell people what to do with their shit. How fucking dare you? The one set up there effing your whole life unprotected, and you looking over what somebody else having their bank account when you should have been stacking your own motherfucking bread instead of having all these kids that you resent because you let somebody tell you what to do with your coochie and your ball sacks, and now you think you're finna control our labia, bitch? You got me fucked up. Gen Y and Z, you can't control our labia or these dudes' ball sacks from Gen Y and Z. You got us twisted. If you want them so bad, you better lay your old ass down and have them. Shit. It's a miracle. Shit. You better lay your old ass down and have it. You don't control no younger person's reproduction glands because of what you want. You want somebody, I want a caretaker. Get me shit. You better go find some well your dude. Well your woman. The fuck you looking at the young people for? Why are you gonna try to take away if you treat people a certain way, they may want to do these things. They're not obligated to do shit. Y'all selfish. You've been our age before too. Stop. The only difference is you let people run you. Okay? Okay. You want the control that the generations before you had with you. That's what it is. Them boomers, they want the same control mentally, that mind control that the generations use with them. They want to be able to do it to us, and they don't get it. They want that. They don't like this new shit that's going on with Generation Y and Generation Z. All this standing up for yourself and saying no and saying no, I ain't having these kids. I'm doing what the fuck I want. I want to live my life. I want to travel. They hate that shit. They like, look, somebody control me. Y'all are here to serve me. No, bitch, you got me messed up. And one day we'll all be older. Our mentalities will be different. And we understand we have to start preparing ourselves for that time now. By the way, in the things that we do in our life, a lot of us think about this shit like, damn, okay, take care of my health so that I can be in shape, you know, make sure that I keep myself active in a way that I can do things for myself, stack my bread now, and think of creative ways to make the dough. See where this world is headed. When it comes down to networking, you want to make sure that you connect with similar people. All of us aren't identical, but with people that get you and people that don't try to control you and people don't think that they can have resentments toward you because they secretly loathe your lifestyle and want to be able to convert you over to the traditional way. Fuck that traditional shit. You know who you are better than anybody else. Don't let nobody tell you what's better for you. They can kiss your ass. Shit. If they want their kids so bad, tell them they need to have them. Tell them to go get knocked up right now. Especially if they 60s and they know damn well that's embarrassing. Tell them to go have them, and they're gonna shut up because I know they can't. Thank you. Now it's 60. So why are you worried about ours? Why are you worried about our coochie? Why are you worried about our biological clock? You get your old ass over there and have them then. You can't? Oh, well, that's your cue to be quiet. My coochie ain't your coochie. His balls ain't his balls. Dudes don't normally do that to other dudes. I've noticed it. Women do that to other women. The old women are the ones who do that to younger women. And maybe like the girls that towards as a whole because they don't give a damn about the women or them kids. They need them kids as future slaves. And they know that if you're growing up in poverty, you'll be desperate. Now, somebody's going to benefit. Either the prison will benefit off of kids that aren't properly, and they can get cheap labor, or they can have people in the prisons making things for cheap, like a penny or $1 a day or something like that, versus having to pay them a lot of money out here. They are still going to work to get them in there for cheap labor. Or Even the musicians get paid, the preachers get paid, the judges get paid, the police officers get paid based upon what people are putting in the earth. Okay, preachers are needed when people are in desperation. And use a lot of churches in desperate areas. The more people take control of things and take accountability for things, the less churches you see. They have their own belief systems. The less people say, well, ain't nothing I can do. Ain't nothing I can do. There ain't nothing I can do. That's when you see like 5 million churches and 1 billion kids. Where people still effing. It's the truth. Okay. That much. How you gonna have the control over the year 6,000? You're not. Moses don't control this generation. People who believe in religion, they teach that to others, right? But Moses, Abraham, they not still like, no, they gone. So you think that the year 2024 will control the year 6,000? They're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna come up with some new stuff. And each generation becomes more independent with their mind and what they like and want to create different ways of doing things, experiment. And you have the previous generations trying to cling to the past, the new generation trying to see what's next, something different, break that box. So people trying to force feed them fucking religion and tell them to be fruitful and multiply. Shut the fuck up. Shit. Shut the fuck up. You did what was good for your generation. If you let people control you and you let your parents control you and all this shit, good, good. That ain't their life. So they were making a lot of yes, yes, yes. People fear their own sovereignty. Yes, always looking for a surrogate parent, whether it be God or the government. True. We're thinkers. We're deep thinkers. Every generation they had philosophers. They want to discredit our own minds and make us feel like we're so fucking dumb. We need another person. The only, they have to be one appointed person, just like the preacher is the appointed speaker on the mic, and they have guest speakers, but the only mandatory speaker is the preacher. And that is the brain for all the brainless. They give them hope because they can't think and find a hope, right? The sheep herder and the sheep. Okay. So we're supposed to be feeling like we're dumb and we don't have a mind of our own, and we need somebody to just, take our brain in their hands and just like, I don't know, mush it into like Play-Doh. Certain generations are going to be gone at that point. Hell, 6,000. And I know this is messed up. A lot of these generations won't be. So what are they talking about legacy and lineage? You think the cavemen are controlling shit in the year 2024? You think their mentality runs this shit? You think the Victorian age is running this shit? In that case, they would be beheading a lot of the child free people. They'd be burning our ass like witches in Salem. But we too weird. We probably were the witches in Salem. Back again, being rebellious again, just for being ourselves. And the generations that hate that shit, they want control and we won't give it to them. Okay. You think cavemen run in 2024? You think people think about the cavemen? Do you think about the cavemen in your daily life? Do you remember these motherfuckers? No, no. Do you be thinking about Abraham Lincoln in your daily activities? Do you be thinking about George Washington in your daily activities? Do you say to yourself, hmm, I wonder what, do you? You don't. You don't. Just be honest. That's why they have to teach you this stuff in history about another person's lifestyle. But let's just be honest. A lot of us in this world will not have a book about our lives taught in universities for people to remember as a philosophy or some type of teaching lecture. Okay. I don't think to myself, I don't, let me see who pops up. I'm just going to be honest. Um, Benjamin Franklin, don't, okay, I'm gonna stop lying because this is how we get paid. That's different. They're reminders because this is how we make our money. But just say certain people that they want you to remember. You don't think of them every day and they don't pop in your mind all of a sudden from like 5,000 years ago with people that you had to learn about in the history class. They they're 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 from 5,000 years ago. So they're not running shit now. No matter how much they wanted to have control over the world, they don't have control while they were in it. Period. So some of these people, when you look at these presidents, they be like 80 and them 100 years old. Look what generation they're from. That's why they're talking about these women. We need to control their want. Shut the fuck up and control your goddamn self. Control your bladder. Shut the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Like, how the hell you gonna tell some women what to do with their body because you need more slaves to run your shit, more worker bees for your beehive to keep your little raggedy ass empire together when it's obviously crumbling and falling apart. And you're from like damn 1900s, early 1900s of that. Barely got out the 1800s. And you trying to run 2024 with that goddamn mentality from way back then. They didn't even have TVs then. The fuck? Shit. Telegram, SOS. Like, you keep saying that that's your generation. Cool. And it was cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not SHITing on it. I'm just saying, like, how you gonna run? Do you know this is a very futuristic generation they're talking about? And they're trying to pull people back to a less futuristic generation. They're trying to put people mindsets in a time period before any of this shit existed, where women, and people had to literally cling to what somebody else was doing. We handed foot on somebody else's opinion because they taught people to dumb down. They dumbed them down. They were dumbing down a lot of people. Certain people had knowledge and other people needed to be dumbed down. You control people when you dumb them down. So that's why, the whole dumb down mentality. They're losing control and they don't like it. The more you use your own mind, the less they can control it. How can somebody control your mind when you control it? How can somebody control you when you got that? How can somebody tell you what to do when you don't give a fuck about their opinion, whether they like you or not, and don't want to see you no more? You'll cut them off before they even get a chance. I don't give a fuck about that. So then they try to use tactics. Well, for the women, they'll say, well, they're masculine. Okay, whatever. All that shit changing. You have to look at things that have always existed that weren't so freely spoken, but you always had rebels back in those days that didn't give a damn, even if they died for it. But they were remembered. That's why you remember these people, because in a time period like that, for them to be like that stood out. And they were taken out. Some of them were like taken out, harassed, treated like shit. Because you're from a generation where you're not even supposed to know how to think for yourself. And women weren't. They didn't even want women to talk. They just wanted women to stay not good. With kids crawling on their head and shit. That's why the women were like passing away young, and they didn't have all the like medical technology that they have now. So malaria, what is it? Not chicken pox, but not scabies. What's the other stuff? Yellow fever, polio, all type of shit. They were dying giving birth because of disease. Uh-uh. And they trying to keep these ways pre-technology alive. Do you see presidents that can truly relate with the generation that will be eventually running this world? No, they normally want to get to the mind of the older. The boomers are literally leaving out this earth. Is going to be like way more young people. The ratio imbalance. So they trying to pump this mentality into the young generation to get control one way or the other, the way they control the other generations. And it ain't happening. They're rejecting it. We're rejecting the shit. That's why the borders and stuff are opening. Because they're like, okay, if you won't give us your mind, we'll be able to pay people to get them to think the way we want them to think. It ain't because they like people that's coming here. This shit was done to a whole bunch of people that came here. If I pay you to think the way I want you to think, I'll make you the prize people and reward you in front of these people that won't bow down and kiss my fucking ass. Okay? We said we need more slaves, so get to breeding. It isn't about the care about you or your kids. It's about what you could do for us. Okay? Straight up. People gonna be Biden, come on now. Biden is like, homie is like close to like 100. Like, do you think he's gonna be able to relate to like a 20-year-old? No. Look at these presidents. Look how they looking. Look what era they're from. They're the ones that still want to create these wars and shit and keep division in the world. That gives them power. Certain generations have different mentalities and different outlooks on things. Certain generations like to run things the same way every generation. They say this generation soft. This generation was soft. How the hell are they going to stand up to people who never stood up to people when they were in their generation? They let their generations run their ass down to the ground. They let their generation tell them to have 10, 15 kids, knowing they were surviving off a fucking dollar a day with 10 fucking kids. Then they made their kids slaves. So their kids off because they didn't have enough though. Some places still doing that shit. They sell their daughters off for money. And they knew they were gonna have to do the shit because they knew they didn't have shit when they had them. As soon as they found out they were having a girl, they knew they were selling her. That's just some stupid shit. They just mad because we this is our body and our mind and our life. It's bad enough that you got to do all these things just to survive in it. We'll be damned if you let you're not controlling our bodies too, bitch. The stuff that the women before us tolerated, fuck no. And some of the dudes, like, nah, no. I don't give a fuck who you see, who you looking at, cheating. I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna be around me anyway. I don't give a damn. You got to get somebody to give a damn to give a damn whether you cheat or not. First of all, you don't want them in your shit. I don't want your last name. I'm not your pet. Meeting your mom isn't it a reward. Is me and her gonna make $1 billion fall out of the sky? What the fuck is me and her gonna do? She said everybody was born from somebody. So what makes this person so miraculous? Our generation is different. Back in the day, those women they did them dirty because they were like somebody would have like 10 kids, right? And they just show up and then this woman, they would put them kids on a whole nother woman. And that was considered mature and adult like to take on somebody else's situations and they keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That was considered cool. And the women had no say so in it. That was considered an honorary, a mature adult thing to do. Saying no was unheard of. So we're the no generation. And they're trying to get us to say yes to things we don't want to say yes to. The things that we want to say yes to, they want us to say no to that, like our freedom, our independence, our individuality, our ability to think for ourselves. They want us to say no to that and say yes to living backwards. No. Well, God, they can't control us with religion no more. They can't hold that. If you were talking to certain cultures of people that were born in hell, you can't scare them with something they were born in, man. Did they understand that? All these candlelight vigils and balloon releases, they control previous generations off the shit that this generation sees all the time to where it's normal. So they gotta have to switch up. And I wouldn't be surprised, you all, if watch the context and the wording. I'm not religious at all, but remember how they used to talk like thee and thine and thou and thoueth and bestoweth and all of that? Remember, like, well, you don't remember and I don't remember, but when you look at history and stuff, look at the words they chose and how they switched all the words up to make it suit whatever generation. They keep switching the shit. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to play it off and come up with a new religion to come up with, the same, using that same damn book. Once certain generations pass on and nobody could tell them how it was, a little bit, they're going to play it off and come up with a whole nother way to control people's minds and get control again. Try to use fear tactics to control the minds of people to make them bitches and make them into little bitches to get that control back, to get the numbers up in the earth and keep the women breeding, keep them subservient, keep them acting like they forever children when they obviously grown. No. Why they have like King James version, all these different versions and all that different stuff? They're going to come up with something else because they don't have the hold on people's minds like they used to. Okay, they don't. People can't shame nobody because they don't want kids no more. Don't nobody give a fuck. Bitch, you go have them. No, don't nobody look. Even if it was a boom, even if things was going well in this economy, hell, people still saying no. That's 18, man. Hell no. And they only looking at the women to do this shit. They have no other respect for you other than what you could do with your cooch. No, and no, no, no. Yes, they do. People do. I believe it's going to happen eventually as the generate as different. Well, people may not be. Some people going to be reproducing, and some of us just not doing that shit. And they say, "Well, what about your?" I don't give a fuck about the lineage. I am my lineage. I know what I seen. I know what I come from. I'm not doing that shit. I don't give a fuck. What about your legacy? Man, I am my legacy. Everybody in the world won't know, me, and that's fine. So what? Somebody else's last name on my name don't mean shit. I'm not letting nobody put their fucking name on me. I'll do that. I chose to get my tattoos. I chose what I wanted to be tattooed on me. I liked it. Okay. But it's the same thing. I don't want that. And that's okay. Some women do. Some men do like that. And that's their right too. Don't let nobody tell you that you should like something you don't. And don't let them persuade, well, maybe something wrong. Shut up. Something wrong with wanting to have a better life. Something wrong with not wanting to be trapped with something and stuck with something and not able to think for your fucking self. No. And it just go ahead and once you turn a certain age, you run your ass up in the church with all them same people in each other's faces that don't really like each other and go through the motions. It's just like it's the same wash, rinse, repeat shit. It's like an assembly line of people instead of items. If you've ever seen a warehouse and been in a warehouse before, there's this assembling line, a conveyor belt that constantly goes no matter what. Okay, different departments. The assembly line, you have different products on that conveyor belt, and you have people that standing right by the conveyor belt picking things off, putting it where it needs to go. It's like a whole bunch of the same shit, replicas. And it looks like that. People don't turn their head when you're doing the exact same thing someone else is doing. They notice the ones who aren't, not because they're trying to stand out. They want to know why you're not doing what everybody's doing. No, I'm ending my bloodline. I don't give a fuck what's going on in it. I'm not continuing that shit. And I made up my mind when I was like 9. I'm not continuing that shit. Let them continue it. And then here they go to people. Oh, that's sad. No, bitch, you do it. No, it ain't that sad. Have they looked at this culture? Just like what she said, the sovereign woman. She said, black people are hated from birth. Why would the fuck would you do that? But they just want, and just like she said, they're just trying to keep the numbers down. I don't give a fuck. Man, all is gonna be a spirit eventually or whatever's next. I don't care you trying to claim this shit and trying to put more people in this cage of hell to try to prove a point to some bitches about we deserve. I don't give a fuck. I'm not keeping this lineage going. This is my fucking life. And if they say I'm selfish, they fucking right. You're fucking right. Yes, I'm selfish. Very. And I spend my time and my energy with whom I like and whoever I please. And if selfish is what you title it, then so be it. But that don't offend me and it don't hurt my fucking feelings. You can't manipulate me and make me feel no type of way. So yeah, I'm very selfish. Well, I'm gonna pray for you. Shut up. Pray for your fucking self. You got 10 kids. What the fuck? You looking over, you worried about my coochie and what come out of it, and you got 10 kids trying to take care of them from different people. You praying for no, say your prayers for your stuff. You're gonna need it. Pray for your energy. Don't pray for me. I'm okay. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray. No, thank you. I don't let everybody pray for me. I'm good. You don't know me better than I know myself. I send your prayers back. I don't need the prayers. Don't let nobody guilt trip you with that bullshit. Everybody praying for you ain't a good thing. Because they may be praying on your ass. Tell them to hope that their prayers is useful for them. To get them out of the things they need to get themselves out of. You can't pray me in or out of anything if you can't save yourself from shit. Start with yourself first. Thank you. Thank you. Mm-mm. It's so weird. No, I don't fear mine. I'm gonna do a lot of us, they're wondering, they're curious. They're like, okay, these people are voluntarily not continuing legacies. We're smart. No one lives forever. You don't live through the people that get left here. You don't all of a sudden start breathing through those fucking people. They have their own individual lives. I think these people think that they're gonna live through us. No, you're fucking not. You make your decisions. We're our own people. Half of us don't even do the things they did. I'm as hell. The people in my family don't do none of the shit I do and like none of the shit I like. I eat with chopsticks and sit Indian style. My decor doesn't look like anything you would think somebody like me would like. I say it one more time. I wasn't born eating with chopsticks. I started eating with chopsticks when I was 9 years old. I had a fascination for them. I wanted to eat with chopsticks. I sit Indian style even when I'm sitting in a chair. I sit in lotus position. When I'm in the chair, I fold my legs up and like that. Every chair. That's how any of the decor inside of my place, you would never know that someone that looks like me lives here. You wouldn't say, I don't like pictures on my fucking walls. It weirds me out. I need that. I like art on my walls to describe what I like. I don't like that. So you wouldn't be able to tell from a picture when you walk into it. You probably would think just by the decor alone that this is probably somebody from the Middle East. This is probably somebody from like India or somebody from the other side of the world. That's what you would probably think. You wouldn't be able to see shit. You can't get into my computers. It's passcode protected. So you can't search up shit. My phone's locked. You dig around, you're not gonna find shit. You know what I'm saying? Including the food that I eat. What you looking for? Ham hocks? You're not gonna see it. It's gotta be some pig feet somewhere. No. If you look through my cupboard, you look at the spices. Okay, you might get me on the curry. You're gonna catch me there. You got me. You caught me. You caught me. You caught me red-handed. I'm guilty. You'll see a big ass can, a big ass bottle of curry. I got you. I got her. Sorrow, you'll see sorry teas all stocked up in there with all the teas. You'll be like, wait a minute, we're getting closer. You almost had us full. Twisted the biggest jar of curry and coconut milk. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Got you. Cool running. Oh man. Hell no. We got you. Red-handed. Look at that big ass jar of curry powder. Damn. And everything is coconut. That's when they start getting closer. Like, wait a minute. We get an idea of who this person could be from. We get a good idea. We never seen what the person looked like. Why does she have coconut everything? Coconut curry. Coconut curry. Curry coconut. Damn. She act like she's gonna run out. She stuck up. Why does she have so much jerk chicken sauce? I don't see the chicken, but she has a jerk chicken. Wait a minute. Busted. I'm just kidding. I had to make a joke. I have to make jokes about myself. We don't all have to do the same things. And we're deeper than our skin and we're deeper than our bodies. We can't live through other people. Breeding doesn't mean you're going to live through them. You can't get disappointed when they don't want to be like you. They don't want to give you a grandchild. There's a reason why your ass is old. Because you want them to give you what you want. You lay your ass down and you have it. No. You give me a grand. I don't give a no. No. The fuck? All these people in this world, and that's fucked. They call us selfish, but all in this world, all these, especially black kids, and these damn they want to be adopted or whatever, who parents just kept on having kids all over the place, probably got on drugs or lost their life to some type of side, and they talk about take them. No, I want my own. I want my own. Like, shut up. Your own. So now you're possessing something that you don't control. Again, here we go again. Your own. So you thinking that you finna have control over that person's life. You're not. They're going to do things you don't like. They're going to live a lifestyle that you may not approve of. They may be totally different from you. Shit. Now they bad. They bad. No, they're not bad. They're themselves. You just can't understand it. It's just silly, man. But I would think, no, never in my hell no. No, even if they paid, I was thinking 5 billion, 6 billion. No. This culture finna go through some shit. And they will, I said this before, they will be looking at the child free people. They want us stressed the fuck out. No. They want us with people we can't stand, stuck with their ass forever. They want us to make the court system rich by marrying some bozo, some goddamn bozo, because you're so in fear of how to survive that you get locked down with somebody and you can't stand their ass a year later. Now you got to pay once again, money making, the judicial system, the court system, you know? Now you divorcing somebody you don't even want. It's a lot of money in that. Hell no, I'm not doing none of this shit. All this shit is to make some money. People thought these things were implemented because they cared for the people. It was implemented because it kept the money flowing. It helps them. Trust me, somehow it does benefit the people to implement these things. It's not because they're doing it because they care about you. It's not about how it benefits you. It's about how it benefits them. They call you selfish if it benefits you. They call you selfless and a hero if it benefits them. And then they hype you up so that you can go and brag and get other people to make themselves a fucking doormat. You get what I'm saying? You're selfish if you do things you like. This your life, this your body. You a hero if you don't give a fuck about yourself and you let people live through you. I don't think so. Carrying on goddamn legacies that should have been stopped. Should have been stopped. Okay. People with that narcissism, just like she said, when with the sovereign woman, she was talking about how people claim they're going to be the one that cure. They not, man, chill out, bro. And if you do, so look, none of us make it out thing any way. None of us. Stop trying to stop trying to bring people to be a slave and to be somebody else's slave. A slave to a man, a slave to a woman, a slave to a system, a slave to religion, a slave to someone. A motherfucking slave. And then try to put a nice little bow on it. It's what people do, man. Get the fuck out of here. No. Okay. We didn't give consent to the people before us to start screwing and make us. They did that. We're not forever indebted to them because they damn sure weren't forever indebted to us. I've always been a little smart ass. Even when I was younger, I was piecing things together. I was talking about people being used as pawns. I remember being 9 years old talking about it because I used to love to play chess by myself. I used to like to think. I'm a reader. I used to like to think a lot. So I used to line up everything and just play chess by myself. And I started thinking, damn, this is sort of like what our life is like with people who pretty much bring you into the shit for their own personal gain, dip off the scene and shit, and show their old ass up later on. Once again, for the benefit, the personal retirement check is supposed to be the people that you brought into this earth. No, pay like everybody else pay. Child care, daycare isn't just random people who you think should want to throw their time to the side for you. You got to pay for these services. Just because that person is your friend, don't mean you just drop your fucking kid off there and get mad at the friend if they tell you fucking no. Just because that's your relative, don't mean you drop some kids off that you chose to have in your coochie with that dude, and y'all knew you ain't had no motherfucking money when you got and had these kids. But now you get mad at these people because you say, "Oh, this is my friend, this is my family." You supposed to want to do that. They didn't want that because they would have went and did that themselves. They got the same coochie. He got some balls. They could have went and created that. They got them stuff. It's simple to do out here because people thirsty as hell out here. People laying down with any goddamn thing. They'll lay down with a roach if it popped it open, and they get mad at you because of entitlement. The thing about us as child-free people is we already thinking and organizing so that later on we can figure out how to make sure we are good. We're not saying, well, I'm gonna figure out who I'm gonna live off of. I'm gonna figure out who I'm gonna mooch off of. I'm gonna figure out who I'm a member. We don't do this shit. The fuck? A lot of us are independent thinkers anyway. We grew up very independent, wanting to do shit on our own, and we didn't see ourselves having to like do that type of shit and manipulate people just to get shit. No, and they think that's weird. No, it's weird to have an ulterior motive for why you do things and claim you're doing it for God when really you're doing it for your own security blanket. Kids are not retirement checks. They have lives. Fuck, they grow up. They're not fucking 5-year-olds at 20. You can't expect that 20-year-old to stop their motherfucking life and stop living the same life you got a chance to live, even if you chose to pop that thing open and stay knocked up your whole fucking life. That's what you chose. So if that 20-year-old don't choose to pop that thing open and get knocked up every 9 months, they may want to do something else. How dare you pull them to, "Hey, I need you over here. Where the dude that did this shit to you? Where the woman that you did this shit with? They're not your maids and your slaves, bitch. These people are not your retirement checks. And this is how we button heads. X and Y and Z. We're button heads with those people that think that we should do this shit for free. We relatives. You should do this for free. You're my friend. You should do this for free. Bitch, you got me fucked up. No. If we wanted to do this, we could do this. We think before we do certain things. And we're not perfect. Like you said, I use profanity by a long shot, but we think about the long-term consequences that we can't get out that shit. Like, you got to be stuck in this situation, stuck with that fucking person, and live out this goddamn life as if you like that shit. And we realize, a lot of us, that we don't would never like that shit. So why would we do something we don't like? Why would we entrap ourselves in a fucking lifestyle that we hate? And people try to tell you that you can't tell me what I should like. I know I don't like that shit. When I come in, I don't want to hear shit. But the music I choose to play, no. I'm not about to be telling some dude, take your medication, take your medication. You did checkup? You got your checkup? No, the fuck, I'm not your fucking nurse aide. People pay people for that. What the fuck? It's so fucked up, y'all. I'm not, and in reincarnation, I'm not doing this shit. But as long as you have people that still effing and not effing protected, there are going to be a lot of reincarnation. I do not, and I will not. I'll do everything in my power not to reincarnate, especially as a female. I don't want to reincarnate at all. But it's going to be some female. We expecting. I swear to God, if that shit happen, she may get real sad. I turn my ass right around, and I would not be born. I think that's what's happening in this culture with some of these kids. Before they even get on this earth, they could sense, especially if it's some girls, that this shit finna be hell. And they say, you know what, spirit, I lied. I can't. I don't want to do this shit. I do not want to be in this lineage. I do not want to be in this culture. I don't want to be in this shit. I don't want to be a slave to nobody. So they turn right around and they go right back to the spirit while they're being created. And people don't understand the spiritual aspects of that. I wanted it. It ain't about what the fuck you wanted. Yes, you effed. Yeah, I'm sure you did want that. But they had their own. It ain't a later on. You gonna be doing your own shit. When you did and go, they gonna still be in this. And they seen something more spiritual than you, and they went with that shit. Cause me, I was on what you consider cesarean. So they had to not only cut my ass out, they had to try to make me breathe. And they were wondering why the fuck she don't want to come out. I knew in my spirit I probably want to come to this shit. And the black experience is fucked up. And as a woman. Mm-mm. So the ones who actually the ones who don't get into this realm, they probably could have. It's some spiritual things. These these spirits don't want to incarnate into it, so they turn around. And they turn around to do the shit again. I'll make sure I have me one. I'ma have me one. To be another slave to this world? How are they gonna benefit? What are you passing? What are you possibly passing them? I gave them life. I gave them life. You mean life in prison? That's what they get them too if they commit too many crimes. They get life. So what life are you giving? You getting what? They had to bring my ass back. And they kept doing it. So what did that tell you? That spirit was like, no. They kept on. We gonna make this person. We're gonna make sure we get this damn social security number and this damn birth certificate so they can grow up and do that 9 to 5 and contribute to the system. It ain't because they genuinely gave a fuck. Especially a black body. Shit. And we can be real. Now I can understand if it was maybe like, but in ours, mm-mm. And now I have the power to have the option to make a dumb ass choice or make a choice of my own. I do not live for my family members. None of them to tell me anything that they would want me to do with my motherfucking life, and I would do it. They already know I don't do that. None of them run my shit. Cause see, I've been doing this shit young. I wouldn't let the same gender or the opposite gender run my life. We would really get into it really bad. Real bad. Real bad. Okay. I have my life the way I want it. And there's some more things that I want to do with it. But I'm okay with the way my life is for now. And there's some shit I don't like, but it has nothing to do with lineage, all that lineage shit. I don't give a damn about that. I'm talking about like things that I maybe want that can actually be beneficial. Not things to set me back 100 years. Think for yourself. And before you let people convince you to go run out here and get with something that can make your life a living hell and a hell for the person, think about what you want for your life. Shit. Well, I do appreciate seeing the commentary here because you all had some very interesting comments that I did read about it making you vulnerable to the system. It keeps you on that spin wheel like a gerbil chasing a carrot on a spin wheel. Okay. And yes, it does keep you in survival mode. They want us all in survival mode. This is I don't this is hell, y'all. A lot of people don't understand why the fuck what and the women, we gotta get to the women. Girl, why the fuck are you doing this? It's a beautiful thing. I wanna do this. Do you know you in hell? I'm just being honest. Especially our culture. You trying to navigate your ass out of it by learning things and thinking for yourself, and other people constantly trying to put people in it. Especially us, our culture. What the fuck is it? What's going on? No, because I would have slapped the shit out both of my parents in spirit and knocked their whole glasses off and shit to keep them from doing that. I wouldn't have wanted them to do this shit, but I end up in the world anyway. But if it was up to me, hell no, I would have chose them. I wouldn't have chose none of these motherfuckers. Shit, I wouldn't want to come out nobody cooch and nobody balls. The fuck? Yeah. Oh yes, I want to come out somebody's cooch and balls. That sounds real good. Nah, man. Who the fuck says that? And why the fuck is that? This shit sounds so weird, like some predator alien type shit. What fucking creation decided to make that? If you truly care for people, why the fuck would you do some sadistic shit like that just to get people here? It's bad enough. Who the fuck would do that? And then the women have trained themselves to like that shit. Oh yeah, I can't wait to pop that shit. Why? They be like, yeah. What the fuck are you making them good sounds? What are you making sounds like that's a good thing for? Like you getting ice cream at an ice cream parlor. Mm, you finna pop that thing open. Yeah, it's all worth it. No, no. I'm not, before I even read it, I bet, oh, wait a minute. I didn't even see this. Oh, yes, I did. Moon Angel says, I talked to a woman about why she had kids. She said she was just, oh, fuck. I hate when they say that. I hate that shit. I was looking for love, and so I decided to fuck up somebody else's life. So I'm selfless. I brought somebody here to love me and me only. They'll never grow up. Hopefully I have a boy so I can make him a mama boy and jump into every relationship he has. Maybe he can, I'm not going to say that. And my daughter, she's cool until she gets a certain age. And then I realize she's going to grow up and I got to start acting like a complete bitch. Because then I realize she has the same things I have and she has the same abilities that I do. And now I got to start being rude as fuck to her. But for now, I think they're going, yeah, I just want them to love me and worship me like it's just like, it's so fucking weird. Instead of telling you about, when people talk about like heaven and hell and how one of the angels fell because they wanted to do their own thing. And that shit sounds sort of fucked up when I think about it. Why was the angel thrown from heaven? Because they wanted to think for themselves. And they were like, well, I wanted to do, no, how dare you want to do anything other than play a harp? How dare you? What the fuck? The way they tell the story, it just makes me wonder, like, that's just like the parents that had their kids so that they can kiss their ass so they can feel like they're in control of something if they broke as fuck. So they have kids so that they can boss them around and finally be able to fit in with people just because they screwed and their bodily functions were able to do something. And when their kid grows up to be their own independent person, they have a fucking problem and they want to try to have a problem with them and try to run their shit. I had you. I'm your parent, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you are, bro. You talk to me like you got sense. Because I nobody tell you to bend over and pop that thing open. Did nobody tell you to bust it wide open? Did somebody tell you to bust it wide open? You bust it wide open. How dare you have a problem with someone that you decide to bust it wide open for? You the one threw that thing back. How dare my bodily secretions talk back to me? How dare my bodily secretions in a human form talk back to me? You're here to be my fucking slave, my emotional support dog. Y'all, a lot of us are made to be, they wanted us to be their emotional support dogs. You ever seen how sad some of them emotional support pets are sad sometimes, unless they're treated right? Because a lot of them absorb a lot of energy. They do. Unless people treat them fairly and don't just have them absorbing energy nonstop. But with us, they feel like that's what we're supposed to be. This woman right here, she already gets on my fucking nerves that you're talking about. You know, she had kids because she was looking for love. So she already passing down some generational trauma and generational fucking curses because she don't love her fucking self and she gonna teach that kid not to love themselves. It's to do as I say, not as I do. Looking for the kid to be their emotional support pet, their emotional need pet. And the kid gonna be absorbing all that energy, wondering why they picking up all their moms fucked up ass energy. Mom said they gotta be sad. She got that fucking emotional issues. So she gonna push them off on the kid. Kid gonna feel responsible. They gonna feel like they gotta play Captain Save a Hoe. Uh, whether it's a girl or a boy, the girl gonna become the mother to the mother. Okay, but the mother gonna try to get a goddamn attitude, try to act grown all of a sudden. Like they really running some. The son is gonna become the mother's boyfriend. I mean, son and son being husband, son being. They're gonna feel like he got to say his mama from the world, mama my house, because mama broke as fuck. But I'm sorry. All right. She can make mama proud, buy her house. The things the dude that had you from him, from her, can do for her. Okay. You gonna all you could hear her do is just love on her, even if she talked any type of fucking way. Like a goofy, you're supposed to be standing there. Yeah, no matter what you say to me, I love you. You can slap me in my face, treat me like shit, and I be wagging my ass like I'm wagging my tail, right? We're supposed to be like emotional support stocks. And I don't even treat animals like that. Bullshit. That this woman made me wanna, whoever she is, she made me wanna just take a baby rattler and hit her in the top of her fucking wig. to lift the wig up and put the damn baby rattler under it and smash it down. God damn. While playing Fisher Price songs in the background. That just pissed me off. Now she regret. Oh, I didn't even see the last part. Now she regrets them. I was looking for somebody to love me. They getting older. They gonna have their own life. I wish I never had them. You were here to suit my need. That shit sound like something in the Bible though. Seeing these parents make me think about their Bible stories and how fucked up it is. How people were created out of nothingness for a creator that was bored and long. They sound like these fucking. That sound like these, especially mothers, because dudes don't be like, I had a kid because I needed somebody to love me. You don't hear dudes saying that shit. You hear women saying that. I needed somebody to love me. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm special. Tell me I'm the only one. Love me. She needs attention. Doja Cat. It sounds like the story of Genesis when everybody was created out of nothingness because the creator was walking around just floating around. Ooh, ooh, dream. I'm sorry, y'all. Dream. 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 Ah, I need somebody to work me. I could bring some people from non-existence to worship me and kick them out and put them in hell for not worshiping me and having sex and kick them the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And create all these wars and shit. It sound like the mothers to be like, I need somebody to love me. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm broke as fuck. I'm finna go screw. Have a kid. Offer them nothing. Sound like the story of Genesis to me. Then the creator got mad at his creations and wanted to try to destroy him and then try to play it off. That sound like these parents, they get mad at their kids and be trying to destroy them and play it off. Like my parents try to do to me and my siblings. I can laugh at the shit now. One funny and shit was actually sad. I wanted to drown me and my sisters. Then she tried to you know, she tried to drown our ass. That sound like what the creator did. Tried all that. She tried everything. I created a flood. God damn it, they still did. I would say the animals. Did your ass drown? He created these people, then tried to destroy them. He wiped their ass out with a flood, and they came back again. Fuck. Next time I'm using fire. We get rid of y'all asses. What type of fucking creator? Yo, it's some real weird shit going on in a Bible that sounds strange. All these damn people kept coming up in the world. Started out with Adam and Eve. All right, Adam, you're here to obey me. But it ain't enough with us two fellas, because they say God is a dude. Us two fellas up here with our balls hanging out. We need somebody. Pause, homie. Pause. What the fuck? You had three dudes up in heaven. It was just weird, I guess. Hey, bro, it's weird, bro. I know, bro. God was like, I'm bored. I'm lonely. I'm going to make somebody to just worship me and glorify me all day and tell me how beautiful I am. Well, I'm going to create. This is how weird it sounds. I'm creating Adam. I'm going to call you Adam. You're a dude. Damn, bro, we got the same things. Man, I need somebody. I need somebody else. We need somebody else. Pause, pause. So then he was like, I got an idea. I'm going to create another body that don't have this one piece that we both got, bro. We bros. And this one's going to be your slave. I mean, your maid. I mean, God damn it. You get to control this one. Y'all my both y'all worship my ass. And if not, if you don't, kick your ass out. It sounds like these parents. If you don't, kick your asses out. That sound like these parents. They don't want to have these damn kids and then get mad at them. You goofy cornball. What the fuck are you thinking? Huh? Why would you do this? And when the minute they do something you don't like, now you're ready to tear some shit up, right? Nobody told nobody to create. You created the stars. You created these animals. You could have just had the animals. The animals are the most truest ones on the earth. More people, nah. Animals are the most genuine. People are not, and that's a fact. So he could have been cool. The creator could have been cool with just animals and names, but that wasn't enough. I need somebody to talk to him. He could create the animals to talk. You creating everybody. This is story. This how they tell it. It sound weird. Nah, man, I need somebody to glorify me, man. I need somebody to tell me, admire me for all this shit. Oh, I'll make some people. I'll make a man, I'll make a woman, I'll make them with all this stuff in their body. And I'll put them up there together. I'll put them up there with a damn snake on top of this. They are mad that the kids want to live the kids and their kids are clones of them. Bitch, they not you. So that's why Adam and Eve with that story, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. The whole story just sounds weird as hell, right? You have all the if you have all this to create anything, then you also know what's going to hurt people down the line. So why would this shit even begin this way? Parents, these women and these dudes that know motherfucking well they don't have shit, but the only thing they got is they motherfucking balls and coochie. And they kids can just love on them like a dog salivating and scratching their back with their hind legs. Is that how the kids supposed to look? They're supposed to just be drooling on themselves and scratching their head with their feet like Fido and just sitting there and sit and wag their ass like come on, man. And be waiting by the door just sitting there. But they might as well just get a collar too. The shit. What's next? The elbows and shit first? The fuck? Damn. You create Adam and Eve and put them up there with a snake, knowing damn well what was there. And you pass out of heaven to hell and but before you did, make sure that they can reproduce. You had to make sure they can do that. And you throw their ass, you kick their ass out. Get the fuck out of here. I made you and I can take you away. That sound like these parents. I created you and I can take you out. Well, I created you, now get the fuck out. Fuck out of here. They were like, oh, wait a minute, where did we come from? I made you. You ain't doing what I like. I made you to obey me. And only me. I told you don't eat up here. The hell you eating apples for? You just look at me. You're supposed to be looking at me. What the hell? This shit so messed up. This shit so fucked up. Eve, I want you to bleed. I want you to breathe. Adam, you're good, homie. We were up here with our balls hanging out. We had our balls out, and I just got out of control, and I wanted to create a maid for you. I mean, a slave for you. Somebody to just dump your shit on, right? We were up here with our balls out. Me, you, and the snake, and then we created Eve. And y'all did something that I mean, hey, I mean, I know how I made your bodies to function, but I can't believe y'all actually did this under my roof, under my heavens and universe that I already knew about before I created you. I knew y'all were gonna do this shit. And y'all really did this shit. What the fuck? I'm sorry, y'all. I knew y'all was gonna do this. That sound like these parents. I had that intuition that y'all were gonna do this. That sound like these people. Like they were regular people before they got knocked up. You knew the consequences. You had them for your own selfish reasons. And the minute they didn't do what you wanted them to do, when you realized they were their own people, you want to have a fucking problem. He cast them out. He sent them down to the hell, which is this earth. When you the one created them, you created them. Then to make shit worse, you sacrifice your only son to the earth to put him down. That's so fucked up. Look at this shit. This people, just parents keep doing. People keep doing stupid shit, and it's gonna keep happening. Because why the fuck would you send somebody that's a spirit into a human body just to get their ass sent back up there because people killed them? I want to see you get laughed at and humiliated. It's all in the plan. The earth gonna get even worse down the line, so you don't have nothing. But it's all fucked up. It ain't funny, y'all. It's fucked up. I gotta fuck. And you just standing there watching this person go through this shit. All right, you're gonna be born in the middle of the manger. Ain't shit out there. But you'll be all right. Just follow the North Star. And no matter what you go through, I'm gonna be standing right there. Even in your pain. I mean I can't help you still gonna be in pain, but I'm gonna be standing there and no. Why? This shit sounds weird. I'm also watching you put the crown on your head, and I couldn't intervene, even though I sent your ass down there in human form to save the world. That's even more fucked up today. But yeah, who cares, And help, somebody help. I was watching, but it was all in the plan. So I had to just keep looking, even though I sent you down there. Because it's in the plan. And when you were carrying that big cross on your back, bleeding all over the place and saying, why it's hot, why? And they were beating your back in front of everybody. I was there in the midst of it. I was standing right there. And on top of that, even when they were carrying you to your own hanging, I was there too. Why you help me? It's in the plan, man. You were already up here with me. I need you to feel pain in your body. I need you to put you in a body because it was with the I was in the. It's to save the world. I sent you there to save the world, and we all know how fucked up this world is. Nothing. I set you up. I'm sorry. Oh man, that's so fucked up. Oh man, that whole story sounds fucked up. Then he up there hanging and then bleeding and his feet all knelt down, and you just standing there looking. It's all in the plan, man. It's all in the plan. I got a plan for you. When, 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 when? Help me. Nah. It's on the plan. It's on the plan. It's on the plan. Shit pissed me off, man. I knew you were before you were formed in your mother's womb. And I knew everything you go through. And I knew. People being like, "Oh, you mocking." The church people be chick. They trip me out. You mocking. Shut the fuck up. You don't mock. Shut up. But I'm just saying it sounds similar, right? The people that create this, so Adam and Eve, that weird story that was just it sound weird. Adam and Eve did not create themselves. They didn't grow fucking hands and slap on up some balls and slap on a cooch and start humping around. They didn't. They didn't do that. Someone created them up there with a serpent. Get the fuck out of here. That's just like a woman giving birth in the hospital with wolves, with hungry wolves. What the fuck? It's just like a mother giving birth, since they love to brag about giving birth all the time, in an ocean full of piranhas. And you see the piranhas pulling up. You see all these piranhas swimming fast at you, but you say this is the perfect place to give birth. What the fuck? Why would the whole the story was so fucked up from the beginning, man. Nothing about that story sound cute at first. And it hunted me when I was a kid when they tried to force that shit into my head. It just hunted me. Like it sounded cool at first. In the beginning, it was nothing. I'm like, okay, all right, this is I guess, you know. And then, it was no void. It was nothing. It was just nothing. No wars, no drama, nothing. It was shit. It was just peaceful. But I said, shit, I wanted to be some racket. Shit, I want to make some noise around this mother. So I gave some light, man. Then I created the earth. We need something to stand on, you know. And I created the animals. And then I said, this ain't enough, man. Out of all, I need a serpent. I need a python that represents death, fucking destruction. And now, after I put this damn death and destruction serpent up here, now I think the final touch is people. Right next to I'm gonna create a gun and then put some with no safety on. That's what they messed up. That shit sounds so weird. Come on, man. Would you put a let's just make it more futuristic now. That's just like baby proof in a room and putting a fucking machete in there. Be like, don't touch it. Don't touch that. We'll just go leave this sharp ass knife in the room, sticking straight up. Now you don't know anything about this life yet. I brought you here. Don't touch that. How the fuck they know what that means? They don't know shit yet. That's some weird. That shit's weird to say. That shit was always annoying to me. You put a baby in a room full of barbed wire. Now, don't touch anything. What's barbed wire? Whatever. Who cares? Hey, you don't need to know that. Just don't touch it. What the fuck? You put people in a room. You created them, but you put a grenade in there with the pin in it. And they don't know what that is. What is that, an apple? Boom. Did you go over there and pull the pin? I mean, duh, who else could have did it? The fuck? Then ask the weird question after it. Did you eat the apple? I mean, who else would have ate it? We're the only two humans here. Don't get smart with me. When you ask the question, who else is going to eat this shit? If you put a grenade, why would you put something weird up in there? Why? What the fuck? Why would you put a serpent up in there? That's like putting a grenade with the pin in it. With two people that never seen that before. And then you hear it. Boom. Boom. Man, I know they didn't touch that grenade. I mean, I put it there and I told them not to. I put that grenade there with the pin in it and I told them don't touch it, even though it had no business being in the first place. It was out of place. That's it. I'm not blaming myself for putting that up there with two people I created that I never taught about that. I just said it's good, bad, and evil, and it represents death. You don't even know what death is because I created you from nothingness. You don't even know what that is. But I just taught you some words. And now I'm punishing you for what I did. Do as I say, not as I do. That sounds like these damn parents. I effed up. I'll never say I effed up. Yeah, I chose your daddy. I chose your mama. You know what I'm saying? One night stand. It happened. It just happened. It just happened. They be rolling their eyes. It just happened, you know. Like, come on, man. This is sad. Now she regrets them. She was looking. When you said that, it definitely just reminded me of the story of the beginning of Genesis. And in the end, you know, they said, now wait, there's more, guys. I got something for you guys to look forward to. I created all you guys. But now it's fire. Got something to look forward to. I got tired of y'all asses, even though I already knew this would happen. But I decided to do it anyway. And y'all actually did what I already knew y'all were gonna do because I knew this shit was gonna happen. And I'm mad at y'all because I knew this shit was gonna happen. But I did it anyway. So I drowned you and I saved a couple, like two by two. And I knew it was gonna happen again. So I saved you just to destroy your ass again. So like what the fuck? I could have just stopped it then and say, you know what, I give up. I'm wrong. I knew this was gonna go wrong. I'm sorry I did this to you all. You know what I'm saying? I got greedy. I got out of control. No, no, no. You know what I'm saying? I took y'all two by two and drowned the other ones. Who gives a fuck? We can make more. Okay? Exact. There you go. You get what I'm getting at. It never was accountability. A lot of them don't have accountability, just like in the beginning story of the creation of men and women and all this shit that's going on. How the fuck you gonna destroy people with a flood and get y'all ass on this ship? I built somebody. I created someone from the wombs of someone. They would create a boat. Noah. He been building it all this time, but first it's all in the plan. Need y'all laughing at him, making fun of him, call him crazy as fuck. It's all in the plan. You know what I'm saying? The rest of y'all ass is drowning. So save all the animals you can. I made the animals too. They ass drowning too. And the rest of y'all, you better get on here because if not, I mean, it's gonna start raining. I'm gonna drown your asses. And it's gonna be a rainbow. I did real good. I did good. The rainbow. The people drowning, the people underwater, but it's a rainbow like something good happened. This story is so fucked up. Yo, this shit fucked up. It's a rainbow over people. This drowning underwater. It's a it's a rainbow on top. What the fuck? That's not a good thing. Oh no. And then it is. And then they hold up, guys. You just wait. If you think that's something, you just wait into the next group. Well, burn out. It's gonna be fire. And that's all the more reason to reproduce. That's all more the reason to keep on breeding. Because guess what's next? Redemption? The rapture? Yeah, whatever, I guess shit. This time it's fire. Wait a minute. Wait. Are we talking about hell or God? Wait a minute. This is what's happening to the story. Like, are we talking about the same person? What? Why? First you be sounding nice, then it get evil. I love you all. You all have free will, but do whatever the fuck I say. You got free will. Do as I say. You got free will. Ask questions. Don't ask me no questions. Wait a minute. Free will means you can do whatever you want. But if you do whatever you want, you're going to hell. So you have a choice, and that choice is no choice. So fucked up. Wait, what? This is just started getting worse and worse. Like, wait a minute. Your choice is no choice at all. But I give choices to everybody on the earth. I know everything you're gonna do before you do it. So you really don't have a choice because I already know what you're gonna do before you do it. If you make any other choice than what I know before you do it, which any other choice that you do, I'm still gonna know what you're doing. I'm still gonna, what, what? Wait a minute, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because if not, I'm gonna cast you all into fire because I love you. What the? Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? What is going on? Huh? Wait a minute, y'all, that haunted me. I never liked that when I was growing up. They tried to make it sound like it was something cool, but it just never made sense. I represent love. I'm burning y'all asses. I represent love. I drowned half of y'all the first time. Okay, it's all about love over here. But the next time I'm burning y'all. Now, after you live this life, and you do everything that I knew you were gonna do, and that's the reason why I gave you life in the first place to send your ass to hell, because I love you. And what the fuck? I'm confused as hell, y'all. And this shit, it go up and down like a roller coaster, right? I put you in the wombs, and I knew you before you were in the womb, so I knew I was sending your ass to hell. What? I mean, oh no, I knew I was sending you to hell way before I put you in that womb. Okay, when you get older, obey my commandments, and I know what you're gonna do before you do it. I know it, all of it. So really, you didn't have a fucking chance in hell. Speaking of hell, that's why I'm sending you, because if you do anything outside of what I already knew, which I know you're gonna do, I wanted you to have an opportunity to have flesh so I could burn it. What? Oh no, nothing that you could do is good enough. Nothing. It's just, I don't know, it just gets confusing, and I'm starting to wonder, did they fuse? They never really mentioned Lucifer too much. He didn't really do too much talking. He just got condemned to hell, and the hell was the earth. He was just, I guess, getting people to do wrong, but he really wasn't doing any talking. The only person that was talking about burning people and drowning people and Jews and the Gentiles and the Israelites and, you know what I'm saying, sacrificing people and sacrificing the Abraham and the son and sacrificing the firstborn, sending somebody down to the earth to be born, to take them out. That way you can come back. So you proved to me you know how to die. I know you love me now. You proved it. And I told you to sacrifice your son right before you stood the stove. I said, hey, I know you love me. You ain't got to do it. What the fuck? Some don't, some shit don't sound right. Dude, you got to look at the day and ages that was in. That don't even sound right. Who was that? Abraham? Who was that? The dude who was supposed to sacrifice it? What was all these damn sacrifices? Some don't sound right. You know, if prove your love to me by sacrificing. Yeah, smoking cigarettes or eating fast food? Nah, man. Nah, I want that. I want what I already knew was gonna happen when I made you sacrifice your child. Wait a minute, where's the love? I thought this was love. Yeah, I know what you thought it was. Let me see you put that. It just sounds weird. Who would tell somebody to do that? As long as you love me, as long as you, if that song would have been playing back then, that would have been hilarious. But dude was like, man, I don't want to do this, man. You don't love me then. No, I love you, man, but this is my son. Yeah, I know, but I made you and him. If you love me, you put that knife to his neck. He was like, man, look, I feel bad saying I got 99 problems. And he was getting ready to do it. He was like, ah, you showed me you love me. But Jesus is gonna get sacrificed. That's a damn shame. That's messed up. He was artificially inseminated into Mary without insemination through spirit. She had no choice in the matter. You gonna do this. You gonna do this. I don't care what you want. You don't have no rights. You carry this kid. So you don't have no boundaries. You here to do what I want. I'm a spirit, but I need your body. I control the universe. I need you to do this. I control the universe. I keep making people. I want to see y'all as to suffer. Why would anybody in the universe need people to do anything? The universe is way more powerful than this earth. The earth don't even have any power compared to it. A comet, a meteorite could fall from the sky and destroy this shit instantly. The universe has way more power. Why are games being played with people? And why do people keep making more? Because true love from the creator would have been not putting people down here to do with this anyway. Not test people. That's where we come in. We realize what we're capable of doing and we won't do it because of the real love. Knowing what this world is and never want nobody to deal with that shit or getting with anybody to put it. Fuck that shit. We the realists. You know what I'm saying? Not, that shit was contradicting. That shit doesn't sound right. Making people to destroy the people you made, making people and the animals, then drowning the animals and the people and saving a few, threatening to burn and to cause fire the next time, creating a hill to burn their ass eternally for what you knew they were going to do before you even created them on the earth because you understood everything they would do before. Nothing was hidden. You're a mind reader, man. You knew they soul before it existed. You knew what they were going to do. So you already had hell wait ready for them. So in that case, why do people pray? If the ending is already known, are you praying just for the person to see you do it? Just to prove that you love them? If you the ending is already known for you. It never made fuck. I've always been a thinker, man. I've never that shit always weirded me out. And to see the one group of people that love to be on their hands on your knees, hands on your knees, always in church, breeding and breeding and breeding. The Lord gonna make a way. The Lord gonna make a way. What's that sound? What sound? Up, another one born again. It's just quiet all of a sudden. Well, here we go. Another one. DJ Khaled. Another one. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta laugh at this shit because it pissed me off. I would never intentionally create a universe to destroy people for what I created. Everything that I knew would happen. They could see things down. The creator that created the entire universe knows everything before Egypt and everything now, and even in the year 7,000, even if the world is able to withstand that long. Also would know every planet and everything, every crevice and every inch of every single planet. Nothing is hidden. Every decision that you were ever made is already known. So do you really have a decision if the decisions are already known? Why the fuck is hell even created? For people to believe in this shit. Why would you even create something like that for what you created? That's just like having a fucking shredder. Wait a minute. Hold up, man. Hold up. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. It makes no sense. Nor can I see myself eloping with anything. Nothing on this earth is worth it. No dude, no one on this fucking earth would ever make me do that shit. I don't give a fuck who they are. They ain't worth it. To put people on this earth to fuck them up like that. to create the heavens and the universe and all this, and create every and destroy every fucking thing that goes against what you already know they would go against, why would you even create them? Did you want to see them go through that? Do you want to see them burn? Do you enjoy it? I'm not playing the devil's advocate. I'm just a deep thinker. And it never made sense to me. They try to make it sound glorified or, it doesn't. They try to glamorize it. No. And romanticize it. No, it doesn't sound right. I can't be the only one who thought about this shit. Okay? Yeah, girl. Or whoever. Abby says, and then they have the nerve. You see what I'm saying? I just said that in so many words. That's what I was just saying. Adam and Eve were abused. Adam and Eve, that story, fairy tale story of how we all became. Adam and Eve. They were abused to the nine. You set them up for fucking failure. You created them because you wanted them. They didn't say, hey, look at me. Motherfucker, you created them. How you gonna get mad at what you created? You didn't put them in timeout. You threw them the fuck out. First time. There was never any other story of them doing anything else other than that one time. And you didn't even really tell them for real. You just said that's the tree of death and knowledge. Over there, you know. You just know. Stay away from that. But you put the shit up there. Come on now. You set them the fuck up. Don't come on now. Give people a fair shot. They did nothing else wrong. Think about that shit. They did nothing else wrong. They didn't do anything else wrong. That's worth. Did you want to play a game? Is it deeper? Are we talking about alien scientific experiments? Is it deeper than religion? Because who would literally do that to see and watch this shit just to see a reaction of a group of people? Is that it? Is it a game, man? I would never put something like that around someone knowing the dangers of it. Don't they tell people that if you're a firearm user to make sure you have a child safety on and to put it somewhere in a concealed space to where they do not get to it at all? So would you put a young person in a room that doesn't even know what that is yet? They could barely even fucking read and write without a child safety on, yet alone why is it out? And then try to beat their ass if like you said, no accountability. Abby says, and then they have the nerve to hate and abuse the kid if the kid reminds them of their ex and hate themselves. These motherfuckers stupid. It's been stupid as fuck since the beginning. And they still stupid as fuck out here. They want us to be stupid as fuck and not think about the shit we think about. I'm a deep thinker. And I don't give a fuck if the church don't. That church can shut the fuck up. I'm not worried about none of them or their prayers. They can shut the fuck up. I'm a deep thinker and I have the right to think for myself independently. Not as a goddamn guppy. I'm not a dumb bitch. I don't sit up here and just agree with shit. I think for myself with my mind. A preacher don't tell me shit. I got news for him and her. I'm their worst nightmare. Fuck, you want a bunch of bobbleheads sitting in benches, nodding their way up with money in the collection plate like some bitches. Like some straight up simps and chumps, just wobbling and nodding their head like bobbleheads, drooling on themselves, holding money, just like what the fuck, like some zombies and shit. Not even thinking, right? But people really don't think about Adam and Eve never did anything other than that. And what did they do so bad? Like, who the fuck would even cast? They said Lucifer, for example. I'm just looking at all this shit. I'm looking at all the characters that got literally thrown out horribly compared to other people that was like Jews and the Gentiles and all this Kibbulites and all this shit that you agreed upon, that you said was okay because they need to stay away from each other. But you want togetherness, but you also want division. I want togetherness. I want y'all to stay away from each other. I'm cursing you. What the fuck type of shit? Right? And The shit is so fucked up. Like, who does that? Then if the first, what it said, the Old Testament wasn't bad enough. Ha 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 ha! Y'all thought it was over. Y'all thought it was over. I got a part two. I got a part. That's worse than the. No, the first part was the worst part. It's so weird. Like all of it's weird. You let one. You standing right there. You see all this shit. You know all this shit was gonna happen. You let one brother take his other brother out, and you claimed it was because of the curse you put on the people you brought into existence, bitch. You brought Adam and Eve here and you cursed them too. And you cursed their kids. And they the first people that was there. And you start cursing immediately because of what you created. I cuss myself the fuck out if I fuck up before I cuss somebody out that I fucked up. I'm just that real. You know what I'm saying? And then two people who had nothing, you take one brother and you make him take, you standing right there. You could have stepped in. You knew everything that was going to happen. So you knew one brother was going to take the other brother out of jealousy. But you also knew that you were going to kick Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden for what you already put up there. You didn't teach them shit. That sound like these, come on, bro. You want these people to stay kids ever, motherfucker. You knew they weren't going. Why the fuck would you put a sister and a brother up in the Garden of Eden together? Why would you even let them reproduce, motherfucker? You were letting incest go down. You knew this shit would happen, so you were okay with inbreeding? Hmm? You didn't come from another part of the world. They came from the same space. They are siblings. You let them reproduce? So first people were inbred, and that was okay. That's why the shit fucked up now. People were inbred because you didn't think thoroughly through. You knew everything, but you thought it would be okay to put a sister and a brother up there and make them with body. You could have left the spirits. Why would you? How the fuck you gonna blame your creation when you created the creation? Why were you so hard on them for that? You did the dirty as hell. You had the, and then the offspring came and evil. You had one brother take the other brother out, kill his own brother. You knew all this would go down. This shit was sick in the beginning, man. I'm telling you, it's something deeper about this. Some people may not know what they following. Some don't sound right. Like even covering yourself in blood and shit, that gets real, real, you know. Like I said, I be into a lot of spiritual things. I've always been into it, and it always spooked the fuck out of me to imagine somebody covering me in. I don't want to be covered by the motherfucking blood. I don't even drink blood. I'm a fucking vampire. I don't want any, it's unsaid. I don't want anybody blood on me. I hear people say it, it make me cringe. They still got the mind of kids and they grown. They still don't think for themselves. They don't even know how they sound. How they sound. You want to drink blood, eat fish, to be care for somebody. I don't want to drink your blood and eat your flesh. I don't give a. I'm gonna be remembering you then. Hell no. Nah. That shit sound weird to say. Sound creepy. Blood. Whose blood are you imagining of covering yourself with? What the fuck are people doing? In this world, they need to stop what they say. You are here just destroying people. You were doing it for a while. You go all over the world destroying people, and you got a nerve to have God was for the money. So really, what is it about? Some other shit I know about. And just just drooling myself. Oh God. Drinking blood and each any vampire movie will ever watch, the life force is blood. And they say, look, once I bite you, at least the vampires live forever. These people don't. Up in heaven, they had the garden of the tree of life and the tree of death. In vampire movies, one bite, you live forever, right? But I'm not a not a myself. I don't give a fuck if people don't like what I say. They're not gonna do a motherfucking thing, but take their bitch ass controlled ass over there and do what they told. I don't think like people want me to. I use my own motherfucking mind. I don't give a fuck. Don't say that. No, I'm gonna say that. Don't do. I'm gonna do that. Shut up. Then I was just thinking about it all because there's nothing wrong for you to question shit. Anybody tell you can't question shit, they sound stupid as fuck. Get away from them. But I was wondering, like, they were talking about that one angel that was very talented that made music, and he wanted to be just like a creator. He just wanted to be just like. He was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna chain you up in a dungeon. This shit sound weird. Like, what the fuck? Did he make a strike at you? Did he try to just attack you? Did he try to run up and like shank you or something? That's the reason why I'm this. And you barely hear about that character anymore throughout it, except for he, in order for him to do anything to anyone, he had to go through this person that talk about love of you. Joe could only be fucked up if he got permission to fuck him up. Why would you give somebody permission to fuck up somebody that didn't do anything? You barely heard of him throughout. The only person you were hearing about was one person that knew everything, kept fucking people up, made women bleed and get knocked up. And all the dude gotta do is or whatever. But you never hear about that other person too much. I wanted to, and then, that's how you know there were certain parts missing. And I naturally had a natural knowing growing up about it. I don't know why, but I just did. How come they never really mentioned him that much, and the only person that's telling you like, I'll burn you and I'll drown you, set you on fire, and there's a hell created for you, but it's not really, even with the story of Jesus, like when he was like thrown down to the earth to be sacrificed, even though he came from as a spirit, but you threw him down to earth to be sacrificed and set up and treated like shit by people for being different, to have him set up to be killed. And you knew that shit would be painful, but you love that person so much that you sacrifice him. Ain't no fucking way. If I'm cool with you, I'm not gonna do you dirty. I'm not gonna let no one else do you dirty. I'm not cool if that I don't fuck with you then. And I'm not even going to be around you to even allow some stuff. I'd rather not be around anybody to get to that point. You truly control. You let people control your mind. I don't let people control mine. They got me fucked up. If you're a preacher, you could get cussed the fuck out and your congregation because that's the way you think. This the way I think. You can't control the way I think. You don't run me, bitch. You run your congregation. You don't run me. You don't live through me. You haven't walked my path. And you never will. Stop acting like you will. Stop acting like you're gonna walk this road for me. You know you're not. So shut the fuck up. This the thing. It doesn't mean everybody do. And I'm gonna keep thinking that I think. Don't ever let nobody take away your right to think with your mind. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Only a dumb fuck will let somebody tell them, don't think like that. Think how you want to think. They can shut the fuck up. They don't think at all. Like I said, I always thought about how that shit sound weird. When you want to jump in and save somebody, why you didn't? And I don't show up when you need me to. I show up on time. Wouldn't it be when you need them? The fuck out of here. I show up later on when you. All them stories just sound fucked up. None of that was intriguing to me. None of that religious stuff. That religion didn't pull to me, even though it dominates this culture and it didn't do shit for them. This person minding their business. They did everything right, and you take their whole family out just because you want them to worship you. What type of fucked up shit is that? Hey, look at me. Look over here at me. It's about me. I'm gonna wipe your whole family out. You love me? You like me? Prove it. Prove it. I'm gonna put you through shit. I need you to prove that you love me. What? You made them. What the fuck they proving? What the fuck going on? And the preacher just regurgitating it in this school. Prove he had faith. He did he do to even come on now? Once again, he got permission from someone that said they loved everyone. He went and found Lucifer and was like, look, I want you to mess with him. I give you consent. You can mess with him. You do whatever you want. Because I want him to prove he loved me. I need him to prove he loved me. Prove that you like me. I don't care about your wife and your kids and all that. I want you looking at me. I don't need nobody in my face like that. I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not. I'm good. I don't care who it is. None of that, dude. That's weird. Somebody just staring in your fucking face. I ain't with that. I don't like that. I would never go destroy somebody's shit just so they could look at me. That's clingy as fuck. You looking at me? You seeing me? Oh, I just wanted to make sure. Or I tear the shit up again. That's weird. That's toxic as hell. I'm addicted to you, but your love got me toxic. They should have been playing that song. Man, that's messed up. Burnt that man's stuff down, took out all his kids, put boils all over him. Prove that you love me. That shit would piss me off if somebody in my ear. Now you love me? Do you love me? And you gotta prove that you love me. You gotta prove that you gotta have faith, the faith. You're like, what did I do? And even in their Bible story with Job, he was like, man, I hate the womb that fucking brought me here to deal with this shit. I really do. Who the fuck would bring me here to deal with this shit? So they've been saying this shit back then. But you gonna take down this dude's stuff and everything he built for himself. I'll replace him. Don't add them. Look at them kids you had. I'll replace them. That woman you had. I'll take her and take them out and I'll give you some new. You're like, nah, but what about the ones I had? I don't care about them. It's all a test. Shit, they're replaceable. I'll give you some new ones. I'm gonna wipe out all your cattle, tear down your shit, get your boils all over your body, take your wife and your kids, destroy them too. They're replaceable shit. Prove that you love me, ain't worry about them. You like me? I don't care about them. I make more of them. Want to play a game? What the fuck is this Saw? Is this Saw 1 million or something? A billion? What the fuck? The movie Saw wasn't that bad. They just had to saw the damn legs off. If they saw their legs off, you might make it. They wouldn't be like, now that you sawed your legs off, I was just kidding. Now you got to swim through fire. That's how this shit seemed. At least in the movie Saw, they put them in a room, just like that story, Adam and Eve, put their ass up there with a serpent, and then kick their ass out of heaven because you put a serpent up there. But in the movie Saw, you put them on, you handcuff their feet to a wall with a saw, and the way out the door is by sawing off your own fucking foot. You can get free only if you cut your feet off. Prove that you love me by sawing your foot. What the fuck? Yeah, what type of shit? When I saw the movie Saw, I was thinking about the Bible. I don't know why that popped up in my mind. I was thinking about like the Bible, like all them damn setups, people, and the dude sitting right there watching it through the camera, like, nope, not gonna say, nope, just watching. What the fuck? You put a damn saw. Then the next one, they put him in a room with a gun. Now you got to prove that if you can do this, but had them swimming through glass and shit, like they knowing they wasn't gonna make it. You know what this remind me of? The Bible sort of remind me of that movie, the Hunger Games, the other one, the Squid Games. That's what them people was getting shot up and shit. They had that jar of money over their head. They kept doing shit because they thought they were gonna win it, and it got down to literally 2 people, and they set each other up like Adam and like Cain and Abel and shit. While the people sat there watching shit. Yeah, that's fucked up. Hey, on your mark, get set, ready. None of y'all make it. Yeah, get ready though. Yo, my sense of humor funny as hell, but the shit is fucked up. It sound like the squid. Yo, it sound like this life is the Squid Games. Your parents bring you here. Ho 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 ho. Hey, make decisions, but don't make decisions. Do good, but don't do bad. But see, I know it all. But see, wait a minute. It's too much shit. Okay. Squid Games, all them people lined up thinking they finna win all that money in the piggy bank. Oh, by the way, these real bullets. So we playing hide and seek. What the fuck? This ain't paintball. They start looking mad as hell. Like, what the fuck? Nah, this is weird. Hey, you want that money, don't you? You want to get to heaven, don't you? Huh? Even though a lot of y'all they ain't finna make it, but don't worry, I'm gonna make you think you make it. So I already know who's gonna make it. I already know what's gonna happen. I'm saying y'all I want to see this shit. I want to see y'all cry for this shit. Come on now. I might help you, I might not. Who cares, you know? But yeah, you know. That's what this shit remind me of the Squid Games, this world, like all this shit from Genesis, that little Bible stuff to whatever. That shit is like the Squid Games. There people sitting up there in orange and green suits and shit with numbers on, like people in this world, lined up looking stupid as fuck. I'm gonna be the one to get the money. I'm gonna get the one to go to heaven. Like, they trying to run this shit now. If you move, you get popped. So when that little doll turn around, you better hope you're not moving. Well, you know what's happening to you. No money for you. Good luck though. You tried. The people were bad as hell. They were trying. They were scared. They were sweating. You sweating? Well, no money for you. Pow. Oh no, the one that was funny as hell was when they were trying to cross that glass bridge. They kept popping on different squares. If you jump on the wrong glass square, your ass gonna fall straight through down to the bottom, and then you can hear it boom. That's fucked up. It gave them hope for no reason. They began hope like All the the happy music start playing. No, yeah, we making it, man. We make we making it. Ha ha. There's jump on the wrong square. Ah. The other people were scared as hell. The other people were scared as hell. They didn't want to jump. They had to jump though. They should have started playing Chris Frost. Yo, this life is like the Squid Games, bro. You get fucked up either way. You did great. Good for you. Too bad. What? Wait a minute. I actually did right. Not good enough. No. Hell nah. Right? That shit was funny as hell though. They had like a long bridge. They had all them damn people they had to get across. Whoever made it across, did we winning the money? Hell nah. You got another level. Damn. But you do get all you people need to understand there will only be two of you in the end. But you could try your luck, right? Then they have the nerve to say it's a select number. It's a certain number. You don't know if you have the number. That's why I'm saying this shit like the Squid Games. The select few. The rest of y'all, you shit out of luck. But it's good for y'all to keep breeding. What the fuck? Wait a minute. What's really going on? Maybe just because I'm a deep thinker. Ain't nothing wrong with deep thinking. Anybody who tell you you can't think for yourself, no matter how it sounds, they stupid as fuck they so. You wouldn't think those thoughts if it wasn't meant for you to think those thoughts and just to entertain the idea of what if and why. Don't let nobody limit your mindset to think just like that. We don't all think the same as bullshit. I don't let no motherfucker tell me that I can't think for myself. That ain't gonna ever happen. Never. But it do. It reminds me of the Squid Games, and it reminds me of Saw, the movie Saw. Lose lose. But the people who find an option out just by the choices they make with their own body, like, wait a minute, all this shit could be prevented by us not even creating it and dealing with ourselves. No, you the real hated one. You're not even out here doing this shit. You're not out here creating these little motherfuckers to go out here and destroy and steal and kill and rob from people and take lives. Well, you're not doing that. You're not contributing to that shit. But they angry at you just because you won't contribute to the shit and be another number and be and have another number. Fuck out of here with that shit. Be mad. You could be mad. You mad? You mad? You mad? You mad, bro? What the fuck? This is how deep, man. My mind go even deeper than that. Cause I've been thinking this shit even when I was younger, and it never went away. It's sort of like all the obstacles that the people went through in the Squid Games. We already waiting for them. All the people getting shot up. People cutting the cookie out. They still get shot up. Nah, the cookie crack. I'm trying to play it out. I'm trying to play it out. I'm trying to play it out. We saw you. Bow. We already where the money at, and they feel like that we got away easy simply because we made the decision to not go out here and let somebody talking about you can meet my mama. You can. I don't give a fuck about me, your mama, and your daddy, man. What the fuck they got to do with me and my navigation through this life piece? They not the reward for me. You got to come with a better offer than that. Your lineage, that don't mean shit to me either. What else? And make sure it makes sense. Make it make sense. Because if it ain't making sense, what is it? They think that we took shortcuts We got a choice to throw our leg up, and the dude's got a choice of us child free people to walk around with your pants down and your cooch out and your balls out or not, or think with your mind. Like, what the fuck is this gonna do for you? Nothing but prove a point to people and make another slave. I'm not into the slave making business. I'm not a motherfucker. I'm not into the slave making business. You are not that fine where I want to get with you and make a slave for the world, bitch. Meeting your family don't mean shit if it means making a slave for somebody to pimp like a hoe. Your name don't mean shit to me. And I know that hurt a person deep, but it's true. Washing your clothes, cooking motherfucking food. I have a washer and dryer and wash my clothes and my own ass. So wiping your ass when I already have an ass to wipe is not a prize. Okay. We already at that bank at the Squid Games. It's hanging above, and the people still out there getting popped up, shot up, jumping through hoops and stuff, jumping on squares, falling through the glass and all this shit because they refuse to do and think for themselves. We already over there, and they want us to suffer and struggle in the Squid Games. We watching these people destroy themselves, and they over there yelling, "It's all worth it! It's all worth it!" Crawl ass and shit. Playing hide and go seek with real bullets. Pow! It's all worth it. Cutting cookies out of squares with a goddamn pen, sweating like a motherfucker, trying to get to the money. It's all worth it, y'all. It's all worth it. And we over there looking at them like, nah, I'm good. They mad at us. You mad? Oh, you mad? You mad? It's just as simple as you making a decision that you made. It's the decisions that we make because we don't want to make those decisions, but we make them every day. Hunger games are only Hunger Games for people that are hungry for them type of games. The probability of it being two people that make it out of billions that line up to hope that they get to the bag when all they had to do was avoid those steps in the first place and not put themselves in that fucking position to have to jump through those hoops. Simple. That's why they hate us so much. We're not contributing to the hell. We're not we're not catching bodies. You catch a body when you send someone to hell by your choices and claim you're giving them heaven. You say you gave them life. Are you really? Are you really giving them life? Because I believe child free people know that you are not. We care deeper than they would ever care. And they know that. And if they could admit it, they would admit it. Okay? Are selfish with our bodies and selfish with our future. And that future doesn't consist of putting people in hell because we understand what it's like to walk through it. Why would we put somebody what we barely walk through? And why the fuck are they so worried about our goddamn loins? Go pop it and bust that thing open. Nobody's stopping you. But you are responsible for the hell you put them in. Take care of them until the very end. How dare you say they deserve to take care of you? You brought them here, bitch. Take care of them to the end. Oh, you want to put them out early? Well, no, you wanted them. Let the Hunger Games begin. And the Hunger Games have begun. They began a long time ago. But see, every generation gets the chance to see what those Hunger Games truly are. See, there was a resurrection of the Hunger Games in 2020. And now you really finna see the Hunger Games in 2025 and beyond. And they're gonna be looking at us having an attitude. Oh, you mad? We ain't bothering you. You mad? You mad, son? All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Y'all haven't been through nothing. You ain't got a man, bitch. You don't know what we've been through. For people to decide not to breed, they've been through something enough to know that they will never put nobody through hell. We gonna get through this shit on our own. We'll walk through hell so nobody else won't have to. Not to have somebody that you could make it to a fucking slave and be in control of. That's bitch made. That's cap. You mad? You mad? And on that note, I'm out. I be Gaza Girl, Moon Angel, y'all awesome. Email me. You see the email. Go to the description on my channel. Send me an email. I really like your mindsets. I like your mindsets. You think for yourself. No matter how weird it sounds, it doesn't sound weird to me. You're smart as hell. Gen Z, stay smart. Stay smart. Do you? You ain't hurt nobody. As long as you're not big borrowing, stealing from anybody, you're not hurting nobody. Ain't nothing wrong with thinking. Do you? I love that shit. I like Gen Z. I rock with y'all. I'm Y. Y'all Z. After y'all, what's the unknown, huh? Let's do this shit. Let's get these motherfuckers hell. Just in our minds. See how they like that shit. Let the Hunger Games begin. Because they're about to begin. Ain't no need for you to be afraid. Because you navigating through this maze of life just like I am. With your mind intact. Keep doing it. On that note, I'm out.